as we had last left it off, the party, venturing into the Underdark, continued on their journey until you came to across a stalagmite forest. Venturing onwards, sticking to the going to the left of the cavern. A few of you were able to see on the very outskirts of the edge of the light that creatures following that had double joints and were impossibly grey skin, long tongue, reddish white eyes, just kept on following, waiting for their moment to charge in. But they never got that moment because you came across a gate, a cave entrance more into another area that they were too afraid to get near. Venturing inside, you came across a creature of unimaginable, an abomination of all life. And a very, very, very hard fight later, you were able to temporarily destroy it. However, it was quickly regenerating yourself. So the rest of you charged inwards further and further into its lair. Until eventually you came to the very edge of it. You could see this darkness spreading, getting closer to you. However, with a combination of Bellatrix leading the way or smashing against the wall, you were able to crack your way through a very tiny portion of this makeshift wall. You were all able to get out onto the other side. Barely. Venturing a little bit onwards, you came across an elderly, scraggy, gruff dwarf who had been down here for a while. He knew about Baby. He invited you inside his home, as it were, which was an abandoned laboratory where an individual known as Darcy and a team of experts spent many years trying to create a creature powerful enough to oppose Argonath. However, it was doomed for failure from the start as they tried to mix celestial and demonic blood. The resulting abomination was Baby, a failed god. Baby slaughtered most everyone's, and the survivors were able to build something called a furnace deeper inside their laboratory, where the Vorpal soul could be taken and constructed into a weapon able to destroy Baby. But the individual known as Gurn was never able to do this. However, because as the Vorpal soul has been surrounded by wraiths, and he was not able to get close to it. So all he could really do was just make sure nobody else could get to the Vorpal soul and make sure Baby never escaped its confine. And that was where we left off. So, you guys are in the process of having your long rest at the moment.
It's Argonath Senpai, thank you very much. He's older than us.
A kawaii.
But I don't
Oh
want Senpai
god,
to
right, I'm quitting, guys. See you later.
So, Verity, I would like you to make an investigation check, please. Books bore you. Okay, so you guys see Verity just briefly glancing over the notes and books that are available and just turning her nose up at them and walking away.
I know how you feel. It took me a week to read one book. I'm never doing it again.
So, what do you guys want? During your rest.
Who has the Ring of Spell Storing?
Verity? I think? Yes.
Then I will cast Flame Strike into it.
Okay.
How many
So
slots
you're
does the
going
ring
you're
have?
going to you're going to attune to the ring, is that right?
Cool.
I don't know, but I know I can cast it in there. I don't necessarily have to be attuned to it to be able to do so.
I think you do have to be attuned to a ring of spell storing in order to store spells in them.
I thought anyone
But
could.
you had to attune to use the spells.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyone could cast it in it, but
Let's have a look
it
at
was only the person that could use it that had to attune to
It's
it.
definitely one or the
I'm
other.
just
You either
gonna-
have to be attuned to cast in or you have to be attuned to use it, but definitely not both.
well, let me have a quick look at what it says in the thing. QRS.
Ah,
Requires attunement.
this
Keep
ring
casting.
stores spells cast into it, holding them until the attuned wearer uses them.
Any creature can
Whoa.
cast a spell
Whoa.
of 1st through 5th into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's right. You're right. So yeah, you can cast that into without any
Oh.
issues.
Fuck's sake. Why must you do this? Thank you. So yes, I'll just shoot Flame Strike in there. Since Verity failed the investigation, I'll ask if Gurn can keep an eye out for things related to Argoneth.
Argoneth, there may be one or two things around here. I don't. It hasn't been important for a while, so I lost track of it. Or I haven't organized. I am sorry.
Well, all we can really ask is that you do keep an eye, because it might become relevant again. Some people are showing a bit of interest in the Mad God himself.
Do you know how he was banished the last time, Gurn?
I heard it had something to do with knights, great knights, powerful knights. Apparently, they did a ritual. Many people died. Apparently, Argoneth was sealed away, never to be seen again. What I heard. By that time, we had already broken away from the authorities. Yes. We relied on very much second-hand information.
That's fair enough. If it's alright with you, we'll shore up here for a bit.
If you wish
How
to stay,
safe are we?
yeah. Gurn pays his tributes to the local beasties, so he shouldn't get any issues. And well,
What do you tribute?
rats mostly, secrets,
Okay.
comings and goings. The lower creatures, they do not come around here. They are scared of baby. But the stronger ones, they check up on time to time just to make sure that baby is still here, still contained.
A wise thing.
Once we are a bit more sure of ourselves, you're going to be able to lead us to this forge.
Yes, this leads just through that door at the back. You go down the corridor, and there it is. There are a few enchantments in place to prevent the wraiths and the vorpal soul from getting out. But yes, but I don't like going in. They tried to kill me.
That's
It's
fair enough, I suppose.
Seems everywhere I go, people try and kill me. Half the time it succeeds, so, you know.
I don't understand why. You're a very charming person.
Well, I mean, I think so, but, you know.
Wait till you get to know him.
He grins, and he's only got kind of like a few gnashes in his gums remaining.
What are you trying to say, Korgrin? I'm lovely.
You were nice to remember that stuff once.
Aye. Anyway, I'm gonna nap because I'm fucking dead to the world. But anything goes wrong, do wake me. I'll try not to though.
Okay.
Do you have anything about here, you know, weapons, potions that might help us get this Vorpal soul?
No weapons, no. Yeah. I might have a potion. Something I was saving for an emergency.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you've only got the one, you keep it on you. But if you go down, we'll know where it is and we can bring you back and, you know, it's all good.
No, not that sort of potion.
Oh, okay. What would your magical potion do?
It will protect me from baby's magic.
And you only have one of these, you say?
One left, there were more.
Do you know how to make them again?
No, that was Damien's forte. But Damien's not here anymore, so...
Any chance that their research is still in this lab?
Maybe, around here. I do not understand other people's research. I was a biologist. I understood how organs worked. That's why I was brought on.
Okay, cool. Fair enough.
If you would like the potion, I'd be willing to trade it. Do you have anything worthwhile?
Ooh, let's see what I have that might interest you. I have this wonderful vest. It has 100 pockets.
No, I have no need for a vest here.
But imagine all the things you could keep in your 100 pockets.
I barely have anything to put in my current 2 pockets. 100 will just go to our waste.
I give the vest to Bella. I've been carrying it for ages, so.
Thank you! Do I look good? I bet I look good.
You look like you're prepared for any possibility.
Yes.
I've got a vial of Remora's blood, but I think it's probably gone off by now. We've been holding it for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. I think the Remora's blood had a day shelf life of like 3 days or something. It's kind of just a congealed mess now.
And I also have this amazing array of silverware. And I just spread it across my fingers. 25 gold's worth.
I have no need for money or silverware.
But you could look so fancy while you're eating your rat with this lovely, like, silverware cutlery.
You don't know people like me very well, do you?
It's more just like that's all I've got.
I offered him earlier. If he wants that.
What did you offer him earlier?
A bowl of whiskey.
Whiskey? Better, closer, warmer.
Tell us what intrigues you then. What sort of thing are you looking for? I'm sure we've got some stuff that you might be interested in.
I don't know. Surprise me.
Okay. I have shit all. I have a glowing blue crystal. The blue crystals we got, is that still glowing? We got from the caves.
Yes. Yeah, I believe they should be glowing, yeah.
Offer him the glowing blue crystal. Look at this.
Better.
It's real cool, huh?
That looks like condensed mana.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
It's pretty brittle. And but it could be used as a one-time focus for spells.
It's pretty cool. Do you want it?
I'll take it with the whiskey and maybe something else.
Blue crystal, whiskey.
There
on.
There's a lot of stuff in the bag of like talons and pincers and spikes and horns and stuff.
We kill a lot of shit.
I have some poison glands as well.
If I had the proper equipment and tools, I could make something out of that. But
You like organs? These are organy. There you go.
yeah,
How about
Perfect.
salvage rights to the baby god? So
I
once you
just-
kill it,
those,
you can harvest it.
are those rock glands?
Yes.
Oh, I've seen quite a few of those in my time. They were all the way back in the day.
Some bearded dragon glands in here as well.
Oh, bearded dragon. Yeah.
Bearded devil.
Devil.
Devil, much better. Much better. Yeah, I'll take that. And I'll take the whiskey and I'll take the glowy mana.
He scuffles over to you guys and just like kind of snatches it out of your hands one by one.
I'm going to
and
offer him
just-
2 glands.
You're just trying to turn the pants off of me now.
And give that
Bella
potion to
scowls.
Korgrin, seeing as it did not seem to like Korgrin last time we fought. So Korgrin might benefit the most from the potion.
We'll give it
So,
to whoever's using the
he
vault.
takes he takes all that stuff and goes over to like kind of a nest kind of corner and just kind of just dumps it on a makeshift bed of various rags, basically, and just starts, oh yeah. And he starts going through all this crap until eventually he pulls out a vial of dark, kind of a very dark liquid, kind of like Coke, basically, but in a vial. And he brings it over to you and he says,
Here you go. Protection potion, baby. If you drink it, you'll find that its necrotic powers don't affect you as much. And I can't say much about the taste, though.
So for mechanics purpose, it is a potion of necrotic resistance.
Do you want me to stick it in the bag?
For now. I think so.
Does it look any different to the 6 we already have in the bag?
Maybe a little bit more matured and dirtier, but not really.
Okay, I'm going to put it in a separate line that it is a special for baby one.
You already had 5 potions of necrotic resistance.
Fuck!
6.
What?
Where the hell did you get 5 potions of necrotic resistance?
We bought
When
them from
we
the
were
market.
fighting the Shadow
Yeah.
Dragon.
Fucking bought them.
Oh yeah, and you never took them.
Fuck!
We did, but we bought all of them. We took half of them ourselves.
Yeah. There we
Oh.
Oops.
He's so dumb.
now,
Now we know.
Now we know.
Yeah, I had definitely forgotten that we had them.
So, Korgrin has turned into.
Yep.
Verity is turning her nose up at books as she goes by. And you have successfully completed a trade with Gurn. And as he sort of kind of covets his new bits and bobs now, he does say to you,
If you want to know anything else, I appreciate that you're helping me, but down here in the Underdark, it's a give and take situation. You've agreed to help me take on baby, but you haven't demanded to know what your price is for this.
Baby just kicked our ass. Our price is baby being dead.
So,
But I mean, if you want to give us more, then.
yeah, things tend to work a little differently down here. I'm a fair person, but you're You'll run into a few individuals that will, that may take advantage of your generosity.
I mean, can we also understand that we're going to be keeping the weapon created with the Vorpal Soul? I mean, that sounds like it's pretty fucking powerful.
It might be destroyed.
I have no objection to you keeping the Vorpal Soul after its purpose is done. None at all.
Will the weapon
Serves
stay
its purpose.
after the baby is dead?
I have no idea. It was created for a sole purpose.
Yeah, a sole purpose.
Sole purpose.
Oh my god, you too!
Why are they laughing?
Sorry,
Soul.
we're just very punny.
Sorry, bud.
I don't understand.
It's a Vorpal Soul, and it's got a sole purpose.
It's a play on words.
How do you play with words?
Just
Just
nod.
like that.
Just nod and agree.
Okay.
Your surfaces are strange.
Yeah.
Would you like to be a surfacer again? Would you like to come back topside with us after all this is done? I mean, surely you don't want to live in this shed full of all these dead bodies. That's just weird.
It's not so bad. Good eatings with the rats. And,
I mean, I say there's better food upstairs. That's not necessarily true.
and it's my... I think I'm supposed to be here for a long time. I did some very, very bad things. And I have suffered dearly for them, but I think I need to suffer a little bit longer.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, bud.
Do you believe in redemption? Do you believe in atoning for one's sin?
If you'd have asked me a year ago, I'd have said no. But these days, who knows? The world is a mysterious place, and you can get by. You can recover from a lot of things that I thought you wouldn't be able to.
Well, maybe I'll recover from what I've done one day.
I'd say not being on your own would be a good start.
A lot of people I knew and cared about died because... And it wasn't just me, we all contributed to it. And then when baby Kane got out and loose, well, it was fate, I think, knocking on the door, asking for the receipt. Yes. I really need to be on my own for a little while longer. So thank you. Thank you. But, no, thank you.
And as the evening proceeds onwards, Gurn just goes about. It's strange. It looks like there's a purpose to what he's doing around here, but just like staring at it, it looks just like incoherent nonsense. Like there's no purpose to what he does, but he seems to think there's a purpose.
When we
Maybe
gave
it's
him the
just his mind
things
gone.
that we traded, did he put them anywhere? Did he just put them in his jacket?
He's put them on the dead nest that he calls the bed, where there's a whole bunch of other nicks and knacks.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if there's some little secret hidey hole in here.
No, he hasn't got anything like that. Well, then maybe. He doesn't. He hasn't.
We haven't seen
Oh,
anything
shut
like that.
You have not seen anything, and I should shut up.
It's okay. I'm going to watch him for a little bit, see if he actually lies down and goes to sleep. And if he does, I might have a little snoop around. But I'm not going to stay up all night because I want to rest too.
Yeah, he will go to sleep. Yeah.
I mean, if he's going to go to sleep, I might have a little just a sneak around and see if there's anything exciting around here. I haven't stolen anything in frickin' ages, guys.
Do you want to make a stealth check then?
Certainly. I'm about to be reminded why I haven't stolen anything. That shouldn't be an advantage or disadvantage.
So 32.
32.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, even the disadvantage is 22, to be fair.
That's a natural 20 as well.
It is, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you basically disappear on the spot Like 1 second you're there, and then the next second, boom! And anybody who's still awake will be like, "Where the fuck did Rennas go?" But Rennas, you jumped up like vertically like a cat, and you are now on the beams overhead, in the
Ooh.
shadows.
Nice. So I'm just going to move around, see if there's anything. I'm looking for a little hidey hole somewhere that you keep somewhere. So maybe something where there's a little disturbed floor, or just something out of the ordinary that maybe he goes to every now and then.
I want you to make an investigation.
This is where it all goes wrong. Or I could have my second nat 20 in a row.
Jesus. So, you find a few things. The first thing is, true to your instincts, there is a tiny little hidey hole. However, there appears to be a combination lock on it.
Okay. How many digits?
4.
I'll ask him when his birthday is tomorrow. Okay. I shan't
The
do anything
other,
else with that now.
a few other things that you find is just a few kind of theses, shall we say, like theses, thought experiments done by some of the researchers here. It's just generally Argonef's behavior and how to counteract that. How baby was meant to be brought under control, and the various experiments that they did throughout all of that. And you know what they did here was pretty awful, but just some of the stuff you do read is like they took children from the half-elf slums and experimented on them. They took some of the most disabled, like poorest of the people, and just chopped them up for parts. And then if they complained, they just shoved them back out into the Underdark to be eaten by the critters.
Yeah, I'm going to collect these theses and give them to Verity and say that she could read through those at her leisure. And I'm going to fight every fibre of my being that wants to slit his throat in his sleep. So I shall not do that, but I want to.
You also find a little newspaper clipping.
Ooh, what's the little newspaper clipping of?
Argonef's defeat.
Ooh, I'll definitely keep that.
It is quite old. It's like well over 20 years old at this point.
Not that you can believe anything in the mainstream media, you know.
It's a bit faded, but it basically goes. It's one of the articles that gets spread from your perspective, Rennas, propaganda purposes within the capital, and it describes effectively how the casualties were high in the final battle. However, the great knights of the realm were able to defeat Argonef once and for all, and they are expected to return on the evening about 4 days from the date of this newspaper article, and that King Raziel has declared a week-long holiday.
Does it have the date of Argonef's defeat on that newspaper clipping?
It does, but I'll be honest, it's not important, and I never wrote it down, so any number I give to you is going to be completely random.
That's fine. I was only going to go back to the combination lock and try the date of Argonef's defeat on the combination lock.
It does not work.
If he's made it up, yeah, it's not going to be a thing.
Well, I know, but when I thought of that plan, I didn't know he was just going to make it up, did I? That date seems important to the guy, so you know.
Well, I've got little bits of information, but not that in depth of actual dates. So.
No, that's fine. I just thought maybe that's an important date. It seems like the sort of date he'd set for a combination lock. That was where my logic was going. So yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that. But
all right then.
That combination lock is going to keep me up all night now, thinking about it.
Okay, so is there anything else anybody would like to?
No, Rennas just did what I was going to do, so that's cool.
I kind of realised that's what I was saying after I said it, sort of thing. I was like, how do you say feces? It was like
Feces. Yeah, no, I get you. I also thought the same as Verity at first, but realised what you meant eventually. I clearly don't collect shit. That's why I had nothing to trade him with.
Oh, I need to take my shiny rock off.
Is there anything else, or would you like me to continue on?
Nothing else for me.
Anyone?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
What spells?
I think
Good
so.
idea.
So you all get a rest, a long rest, not a very comfortable rest, and it's a very unsettled rest, but you are able to rest. Eventually, you all come to consciousness. Gurn is already up. Looks like he's already making a foul stew with a jelly-like substance in the pot outside the hut itself. Maybe like slime or something like that. Maybe hard-boiled slugs or something similar to that. But you just see him smacking his lips as he's staring at.
Oh, well, yeah,
So, when you all come to consciousness, eventually he does come gather you all.
All right. Well, I guess you all look a little better. Little more rested, and not as exhausted and on death's doorstep as I saw yesterday. So, you want me to lead you to the furnace then?
Yes, please.
Will you object very much if I don't go in there with you?
I mean, as long as you wait for us outside and don't just vanish. We might need your further assistance, but I understand why you wouldn't want to go in there.
I have nowhere else to go, so...
Well, he did agree to help us find the Maronites or the Marionites, whatever the necromancers are. So,
and we get to keep the weapon.
Marionites, there we go. Marionites. You mentioned that there's some enchantments. Do you have any recommendations on how to disable them or avoid them?
No, you are healing. What affects you? Gives way to undead.
What if you've died twice and been resurrected?
You have a beating heart, yes. You'll be fine.
Just check. Yes.
Good. Well then, it's this way.
And he leads you through the rows of the vats of the various bodies inside of them. Korgrin, your passive perception is 17.
It is indeed.
You get this feeling that in some of the vats, the eyes follow you. However, you go to the very back, and he opens up a door, and before you is about a 40-foot long concrete slabbed corridor. You can see a number of runes that pulsate with a green hue. And immediately upon entering the corridor, you're met with kind of like a blast of like walking to an oven.
This way.
Gurn leads on ahead, goes up to the large doors that they are stone doors and they look like they slide apart and they require a fair amount of strength to get it done.
Yes, behind here, there is. The Vorpal Soul has never seen you before. But they have seen. So, I think if you want to have, shall we say, an easy time of it, try to convince her that you mean no harm, that you're here for the betterment of the world, and that should be enough for it.
Do you think this... You mentioned this Vorpal Soul was an Aasimar. Are they going to have any preference towards that of divine magic?
Most likely. They may treat you rather nicely if they see you doing it. They're relatively good. Remember, however, you must pull on the 4 chains to release the heat. It will open the floodgates for water to mix into the furnace, and the area will steam up.
Hey, sorry, I was reading the wrong thing. My apology.
You must pull on the 4 chains to release the heat. That will release from there you must release the furnace restraint, where they must be poured into their respective funnels, and molten rock will pour into a pool. And then you must get the Vorpal Soul, put it into the pool. Once this is complete, you should be able to create Vorpal. You should be able to smith it, the Vorpal Soul, into a usable item.
Okie doke. I mean, that sounds simple enough. Pull the chains, make the water, make the liquid, chuck the soul in the liquid. Job's a good one.
That's right. Yes. Very good. All right then. Good luck to you.
And he starts slinking away. And as he does, Talion says, "Mind if I keep an eye on him?"
Please do.
The last time you kept an eye on someone, we ended up down here. Do we have your word you'll do him no harm?
I have no need to harm him. I just don't trust him.
Fine.
In all fairness, Korgrin, you don't have my word I won't do him harm. I found these books last night. That guy deserves to fucking die. We need his help for now, but he is a fucking monster.
Maybe there's redeeming him.
Well,
I believe so too, until I found the breadth of what he'd done.
well, I think he knows more than what he's told us. Maybe he knows something about the cultists that are down here.
Oh, there's also a magic little lockbox in his house with a 4-digit combination, by the way. So he's hiding something. It might not be about us at all, but he's definitely hiding something. It could just be his personal belongings. Don't ask how I know that.
We all know how you know that.
I know, but just don't ask. Then I don't have to lie to you. I like you.
Try 5159.
The
What
fuck
would
you
that
pull that
number be,
number from,
Italian?
bitch?
I think that's the closest thing you get to spelling baby with numbers.
Ooh. Interesting logic. Thank you very much,
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Italian. We shall try it out later.
Yeah, no, well, I'll keep an eye on him. Good luck in there. Yeah, and he turns away and goes back down the corridor.
I still hate it.
Wouldn't 848 something be closer?
No, numeric.
That's what I was
He
thinking.
doesn't
Wait,
have the
spell.
highest
That's
intelligence.
close.
He's got wisdom, so he's like, that might seem like sense, but figuring it out is like...
Maybe I'll try 848. Then it will probably be
7.
4 again, depending on how you do a 4, but 7.
I would say a 7.
Okay. Well, if we try 848, if we're happy with 848, then we can. It's only 10 other numbers to try. Jobs are good.
Good. Yeah.
I don't know how this process is going to work, but I mean, I was a smith before, I set off on this. So if there's anything that needs particular smithing, or if this is just a magical combination of reagents, then we should be fine. If something actually needs to be made, I can give her a crack.
If we need something smithing, we'll go to you. If you need someone's pocket picked, probably
Don't
not.
ask.
I don't think wraiths have pockets. Although Bella has 100 now.
I got so many pockets.
There's going to be different hair dyes in each one.
Yes.
I can just imagine Bella like wearing it, but like swooshing the bottom so it like spins around a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just there like, yes. Put like a pebble in each pocket, like, oh my god, that's so many.
I should probably take that off my inventory, actually.
Oh, I should put it in mine.
Right. Should we press on? Try
So
and get
the
this
doors,
dealt with?
the doors they're pretty heavy. Who wants to try and pull them open?
Just a quick one before we do. Korgrin, wraiths. Are they those fucking whaley ones? That couldn't.
That was a banshee.
Yeah, Banshee,
Oh, okay.
the
I
ones
was
that
totally thinking
scream,
Banshee, actually.
Spectre, something else, Ghost, something else, Wraith, something else. They're all spirits, but it's like how and why they died.
In that case, I'm going to go to Otti and say, that cool thing you did to my bow last night, how long does that last for?
An amount of time.
Hour.
An hour.
Yeah, I don't want to waste twice, and I feel we're going to need it against Baby more, so I guess I'm fighting wraiths without a magic bow.
Arri's just looking at Bella when she sees what looks like the weight of the doors and be like, I definitely don't got this.
Go, Arri! Halfling strength!
I mean, do you want to try?
I'll give it a go.
Yeah,
why not?
You can do it.
Let's have
Make
a
a strength
giggle.
check. Make a
Let's
strength
have a
check.
giggle before we go
Bella,
fight
do that
shit.
thing you do with kids, that like you let them pull it, but really they're just pulling it from above where they can't see.
Yeah, so it would have been a 19, but for some reason I was rolling at a disadvantage.
Surprisingly, the little halfling is able to jump up, get her foot in between one handle, it kind of slips into this, and her palms on the other handle, and basically just kind of like pushing outwards, she's able to sort of just squeeze the doors apart to the point where a thin person could fit through because you're not very tall and you push them apart so far with your body height.
Bella comes and grabs you and picks you up and is like, yeah, I know you can do it.
I did not expect to be able to do that, but I definitely can't open it more than this.
That's fine, I got it, and I just pull it open. I'll put you back down.
Okay, so
Just carrying you.
you are immediately met with an orange glow. Around
Orange?
you
Wait,
is
it's not orange.
How do you know?
around you. You can see some steps that lead up to a cauldron of some kind with fire emanating from it. And beneath the steps is what appears to be flowing magma. There are a number of statues around, chains, a few bits and pieces. And immediately you can see some shadow-like spectres floating around near the very ceiling where it is darkest. And at the base of one of the statues is a silver-haired little girl, hooded, with glowing yellow eyes, just standing there, half behind the leg of the statue, the other half just peering around, looking. Hello? Hi.
Hello?
We're looking for the Vorpal soul.
Oh no, is it this child?
They used to call me that.
good
What do
thing
they call
I
you
like
now?
it.
They don't really call me anything anymore.
How long have you been here?
As long as I can remember. Sometimes I have dreams. Dreams of light and warmth. Then I woke up and there were people and there were chains and there were fire rods. And then it didn't hurt so much anymore. And now I'm here, and every time I go towards that door, it stings me.
Did you not volunteer to be the one that could?
What does volunteer mean?
Willingly come, not forced, not dragged, not trapped in a cave.
No, I didn't choose anything.
Okay, so I'm just going to say quietly to the party, let's be clear here. We're clearly not, throwing her into a big vat of hot boiling liquid. So,
I mean, I hate to be the one to say this, but she's already dead.
She is.
Her
She's
soul is trapped on this plane. Even if we took her out of this room, she'd just be a spirit that wandered the halls down here. At least, maybe some semblance of her soul can move on when it's fulfilled its purpose. She's been harvested. As disgusting as it may be, its damage is done.
if you have a way of sending her on and off this plane, then crack on. But I'm not throwing her into a vat of boiling liquid.
I'll speak.
I can try and talk to her. I can try and convince her. Say to her that there is. I'll just tell her the truth.
Can I try and channel some divine mojo through me to attract her closer?
What would you like to do?
Just cast guidance through either myself or through Arri, just to act as a lure for her, but not necessarily attract the attention of the ghost.
So every time you cast guidance, there is a small little golden sparkle that emanates from your hands. And as you cast it, this child sees it. Oh, you're touched by the light of Moradin.
Oh, no.
He's a very, very peculiar glow.
Aye, small one.
You must be very lucky and very happy. I used to have a god, but he doesn't talk to me anymore.
Oh, and who is your god, small one?
Stop calling.
I can't remember. All I remember is this room.
Well, I don't know about you, but would you like to leave this place?
Oh, I'd very much like to leave this place. Is that why you're here?
In a sense, aye.
Are you going to do the creation ritual?
We need your help, Vorpal. And that would... It's a creation ritual of sorts, yes.
Oh, that's good. Just keep in mind, by the way, Gurn said that the ritual he wants you to do is the change ritual.
Yes, that's what I said, of sorts. We're creating a weapon. It's a creation ritual of sorts. I'm not lying, so...
Oh, well, I've asked the mister out there to do the creation ritual for a long time, but he doesn't do it. Sometimes I get angry at him. He runs away.
Is there anything else in? Carry on.
I was going to ask, do you know of any other rituals? This is the creation. Anything else?
Yeah. You need to open the floodgates for water to mix into the furnace, and it steams everything up. They said, I think the steam has got like something to it, and you need to direct the steam towards the hallowed ground over there by the cauldron, and then you need to grow something in it, and then the thing you grow needs to have a magical energy put through it, and that expels all the nasties up there, and that'll let me go free.
Do you know what we need to grow in it, or how we do this?
Just life, something, anything.
I'm gonna go pray.
This sounds like a really stupid question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway because I'm not smart. Does this sound vaguely familiar to the ritual that Gurn was suggesting?
The first point, yes, but there's a definite change in it. Whereas Gurn's ritual had you pour the magma into a pool. What the Vorpal Soul is saying to you is that you need to release the floodgates for water to mix into the furnace itself, which will cool the area, and then from the mist you do something else, basically.
I mean, I'm up for doing what she needs us to do and not for sacrificing herself to a weapon. But I'd also like to point out to the party something I just realised. That Gurn suggested that, those of us that are dead would get attacked in here, and there's enchantments and blah, blah. And which one of us didn't want to come in? Thought they'd follow Gurn instead? Just saying.
Beard stroke.
Remember, if you don't believe what somebody is saying, you can always do an insight.
I've literally only just thought of it.
He not smart either.
So, out of character, we need this sword to defeat Baby.
We don't need to defeat Baby. That's a little side quest that we gave ourselves. I'd quite like to. It's quite evil. I want to kill it. But there's always more than one way of killing things. Without sacrificing small girls.
We did kill it, and then it grew back.
Yeah. And then there's
the
fact.
Soul is designed to cut the umbilical.
Yeah. So, there's a chance that Baby could break free as well. If we don't kill Baby now, Jack will probably be evil enough to make it come back at towards level 40, because he likes to threaten us with near death on a very recent common occasions.
Baby is toddler now.
So just to be clear, is the only person with any morals in the party Rennas?
Time for the terrible twos, ladies and gentlemen.
No, that's why I'm praying, Rennas, because as a cleric, this is bad. As a cleric of war, this is good. This is the holiest honor of honors of sacrificing yourself to be a weapon in Divine's name.
Yeah, and if she wants to sacrifice herself, that's fine. She
Which
hasn't
is
said
what
she does.
I will ask her about in a minute.
We're explaining the situation. Yeah, making sure she's on the same level as us.
Yeah. Asking it in a way that a child might be excited for it. But that's why I'm praying.
Korgrin, can you make a religion check for me, please?
Is this advantage?
Yes, it is, because of your armor.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Korgrin,
you know that spirits, especially divine spirits, what they present themselves as might not be necessarily what they are.
Oh. So this small child might not necessarily be a small child.
possible.
Hmm.
It makes sense because I'm pretty certain the god that gave me the cake was not actually a small child.
True.
No.
Bitch.
Small
It was a
children.
cupcake maker.
I mean,
Tug on the
your
heartstrings.
experience, Korgrin, is that small children is a go-to for certain celestial creatures because they admire the purity and the innocence of it.
Because it suckers are gullible people like me in.
Okay, well then, I'll whisper that to the party after I'm done praying, and also like asking for forgiveness for binding this soul to the mortal coil. But yeah, I'll let everyone know.
Wait, can I try talking to the child in Celestial? Because if they're an SMR, they should understand.
Yeah. So, what would you like to say to her in Celestial?
What up?
But he understands common, so it's not like we're having trouble
Yeah.
talking to her.
The ceiling is up.
Okay. Just
She's
double checking
responding
that
in
she is
she's
the holy
responding
one
in
that we are
Celestial.
looking for. Like, it's not some demon ready to boogly boo and pop our eyes out.
Well, she is responding in Celestial, so.
Okay. Just checking.
Can I ask you, child, do you know anything of the evil creature that lives exists just down the corridor a bit? Do you know anything about that?
No.
It was a creature made from the bastardization of demon and angel.
I don't know
blood.
anything about it.
I would like to insight check that.
I was going to say the same thing. Yes.
Yeah.
I believed her the first time.
We did it!
Oh, why do I keep insight checking with a -1?
You're welcome.
I'm not gonna bother because you two have rolled, and that's I'm hoping 23 is good.
Rennas, this is such a beautiful, innocent child. How could you possibly tell a porcupine?
I agree. We can't hurt her.
Korgrin, she's clearly holding something back.
Well, listen, small one. Why this form? Why a child?
I feel comfortable.
Would you not be comfortable showing us who you really are?
This is who I am.
Sure, it's how you're showing us, but we're smarter than that.
Well, maybe can I show you something, Mr. Dwarf?
Of course. You want to
Please?
show me in private?
Yes.
Okay. Step behind the pillar.
So you start walking up the steps and heading over to her general location. And as you get to her, she extends her hand, her ghostly silver hand.
Can I insight check the hand?
Of course.
It's definitely a hand.
I mean, it's pretty good for playing Punch and Judy, but it's just a hand.
I mean, it's not. There's no like eager twitch ready to steal my soul or anything like that.
No, it doesn't look like it's readying it. It does not look like she's readying attack or anything.
Okay, then I'll place my hand in hers.
And as you do, images come to your mind that only last for a few moments. But it's more of a feeling, if anything else. The feeling of being incomprehensibly alone for such a long time that the only way to escape that madness and that solitude was to build a persona that couldn't even comprehend it. And if you were to push, you would bring out the persona that can't deal with that solitude, and it's not something that this creature wants to do.
Do I want to do it though?
That's me.
Someone count down from 10 for me.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1.
I won't push.
So she lets go of your hand. She goes, "Oh, I hope that makes you understand better, because I don't get it."
I do. That does. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Would you like to join me and my friends over there, and we can talk a little bit further away than the flying
The
specters?
the nice girl who can sing well, she can come up here, but just you two.
I'm guessing Lesley.
Is that me?
She's referencing Verity.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
going to say, I can't fucking sing this.
So
yes,
that's
It's like
real
a singing
singing.
voice, isn't it?
Yeah. A little loud.
Um,
Well, because obviously Celestial does sound like singing, so
yeah.
How much behind the pillar do we see them at all? Do I see any of
like
them?
you can see them. She's basically kind of like just very childlike, just half hiding her lower body behind them.
As long as I haven't lost sight of the rest of my party.
No. You can see them. You can see them.
From
Just for
here, where are the
Just
4 pulleys as well?
They are at the top of the stairs. You can see effectively 4 larger furnaces, like pots, that are surrounded with chains. That if you were to pull them, it would yank them over. They are steaming at the moment to signify that they are filled with magma.
I mean,
My name is Verity. All I do is smellity. So that's all I get. That's all I got.
the enemies have nothing but enmity.
Nice.
All I feel is a deep longing entropy.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, that was pretty good. That was
I
pretty
just
good.
have the song of Betty from Fern Gully sings in my head. Yo, the name is Betty. But yeah, like, do you guys want me to just convince her?
So that's what I was
beat the
gonna.
sword?
That's what I'm asking is do
Yeah.
people
Do it.
Your
okay?
pussy thing around, yeah.
Now that Korgrin's explained she might not be this innocent child thing, and she has lied
Yeah.
to us at least once, I'm slightly
well,
less
She
offended.
does, right?
She is and isn't a
Okay.
child. So, like, speaking to her again, I'll say, well, listen, if you want to leave this place, what say you and I and my friend and maybe my other friends in a minute or two? What say we go about this change? We'll hey, we'll prove you on. We'll help you leave this place.
You mean the
Technically.
creation ritual, right?
Aye, the ritual. The ritual. Mm-hmm.
The creation ritual, right?
Hello.
There's
We'll
the
be
change one, right?
creating. Yeah, we want the change, but we're persuading her right now that she doesn't necessarily need to know that. Aye, that's the one.
Okay, alright. Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to pull the 4 chains to release the heat from the things up there.
Mm-hmm. And now what we're going to need you to do is keep an eye on everything while we're doing that, okay? We need to.
I can do that. And at that point, she floats upwards, and as at this point, you see her lower body, and it's mangled beyond belief. She floats, clearly signifying she's dead, but her spectral body still has all of the scars that clearly caused her death. You can see her guts hanging out, being dragged behind her. You can see various equipment, saws, blades stuck into her lower body. You can see her skin has been torn away and bones splintered. And you get the feeling that she is, even in death, constant torment. And now you can't have an even better understanding as to why she's adopted this innocent child persona as a means to deal with that.
But if she can adopt the image of the child and the persona of the child, can she not change the image of the bottom part of herself? And is this just like a ploy for sympathy?
She might not be psychologically capable of doing that.
Yeah, it could be a physical manifestation of the ongoing suffering.
It's like I put in the chat thing, like DID, usually you have different fronts, and this sounds like the child fronting. If we piss her off, the aggressor might come out. That makes sense.
I think she's going to be fairly pissed off when she finds out we're trying to sacrifice her.
Which is why I'm trying to think of a way on how to say, like, yo, be brave for us and do this thing, but in like a nicer way, because
kind of on our same level. We just gotta keep going.
At this point, it's a moral choice. Do you get what you need, or do you do the right thing?
Rennas honestly votes for the right thing, which I know surprised a lot of people. But then he's also now having doubt over whether that is the right thing, because she did lie about knowing about the evil thing outside. Maybe this is just how she ascends to a worse version than the fucking baby.
To be fair, you guys didn't. Korgrin got the inside right on that, and he didn't push the matter.
Oh shit! Yeah, I don't even know, do I?
Well, I whispered to people.
Okay.
But I didn't. I was holding her hand, so I didn't see the mental imagery. Aspect.
Yeah, it's more of a case. The military imagery that you got was purely as a case of, like, she doesn't want to answer those kinds of questions because it makes her remember what happened to her, and she doesn't want to remember.
Makes sense.
Can you ask her what happens in this ritual of creation? Like, does she go home? Does she know where she goes after that?
It sounds like there's the binding of the soul to the sword, and then there's the ascension into whatever afterlife, freeing her from this mortal coil and this material realm. So,
I mean, is it, as the godliest person I know, is it at all possible that after she ascended, that she could help us with some divine assistance in dealing with baby? Presumably the gods don't want this fucking abomination up there either.
The whole reason we want this mortal thing is because we can't destroy the umbilical cord, which makes him grow again.
But the gods can, presumably, if they wanted to. I know they don't often
I
get
don't
him.
think we've been able to reach the gods down here.
But she is linked to the gods, so when she ascends...
No, she's just a spirit. She's the same as you or I. She's just a particularly concentrated divine one. It's Aasimar are a thing. They do exist. It doesn't mean that they're all going to be gods. Unfortunately, it's not quite as powerful as you might think it is. It's not quite. I'll smite your foes from on high. It's more just, I'm gonna go play the harp. And that's it.
Let me put it this way. It's taking every ounce of my being not to kill Gurn for what he's put in his logs that he did to the fucking half-elf children they abducted from the districts during their experiments. If we do this to her, whatever she is, we are just as bad as him.
No, far from it. We're stopping. Aye. At some point, we're breaking her spirit down in the sense of we're keeping what can be utilized as divine power, and I'm sure the rest of it is going to be moved on.
No. If she agrees to it, then it's a noble sacrifice and blah blah. If we force her to do this or we trick her into doing this, we are just as bad as Gurn.
What were you saying, Lesley?
Well, if you think about it, one, we leave her here to be tormented in her own fucking... Look at her!
Or we let her go home.
Which is how we're going to create the sword.
No.
No,
There's
but
two
it-
rituals. There's two rituals. The one that she wants to do lets her go home. The one that we want to do makes a sword.
But either way, she's no longer in this room, in this torment.
Yeah, we've just like melted her down to use her for our own ends, making us just as bad as Gurn.
Mm.
You guys put me down this path of redemption. Don't blame me for it fucking biting you in the ass now.
It is also going to be used to destroy this being that could be so destructive.
And if that choice was mine to make, would I sacrifice my life to get rid of that horrible monstrosity?
We
Yes.
haven't even discussed
But
it.
it's not our choice.
Okay,
Why don't we do that?
Korgrin.
Just says everything was morally grey.
Sorry. Let's Otti go next. Sorry.
Is there a way for us, aka Korgrin, to destroy the sword after we've used it and let her soul go?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Like, have there been records of people exercising? I'm putting this in air quotes. Exercising like possessed weapons.
I mean, cursed weapons happen all the time, I suppose. They're curses, sentient weapons, slightly different. They imbue that's a person's soul imbued into the body of a weapon, but it maintains its personality and its conscience. Otherwise, I don't know what happens if it's stuck there forever.
Is anybody proficient in history?
Proficient in history.
Not a
Yes.
chance.
I
Nope.
am.
Can you make a history check, please? There is one prime example that you're aware of, Verity, of a weapon, and for you as well, Otti. There's one example that you can think of that is a prime example of a weapon that has a soul, and that was
Don't say the dagger in Greenfold. We don't talk about her.
not well. That's one example. It was rumored that Kane's staff had the capacity to hold and store souls.
Really want to sit down and tell her the whole truth of the situation and see if she'll be compliant.
And that's the only way that I'll be happy with this. Not that I'd physically try and stop us if the rest of the party are against it, but I would definitely prefer cooperation over trickery and lies.
And you are aware
Hello.
that conversation will bring out whatever broken, shattered Kane spirit resides within inside her, and is just going to make it relive all its torment over again. And this time it'll be less cooperative, even if we still want to go ahead with it.
Can I give it a go?
Yeah.
Like, I'm hoping that Meghan, is gonna be able to help with this. But anyway, so I'll go up to and I say, Vorpal. My name is Arrabella. Like, I know that Vorpal is not your name, but you did say that you can't remember yours.
Yeah.
So I want to be honest with you. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I mentioned the bastard that I was on about earlier. We need your help with it. And when you help us with it, it will get you out of this room, but it will be in the form of a weapon. And with this weapon, listen to me, please, Vorpal. Please. With this weapon, once we have defeated this bastard that I mentioned, we will try and look to find a way to free you from this sword. You've met Korgrin and Verity. We have divine people in this party. We will try to get you home. We will try to get you free. We just need this evil gone from the world, and we can't do it without you.
I want you to make a persuasion roll at disadvantage.
Fuck.
Damn it, I should have been doing this shit.
She looks at you. They said I had to help before.
You'll be with us. We've never met you before. We are, like, I don't know whether you can see into me. And I will admit, straight off, I am not the most pure being. But if you want to know me, you can try. You can know all of us. And until we can get you out of this weapon, we will talk to you every night. We will tell you our stories. We'll talk to you about our lives so you can see a world outside of this awful room.
They said I could save them. I could save them, and they said I had to be inside something before, and they tried it, and it didn't work, and now everyone's dead because of me.
No, this is different, child.
And
that
you are
was
so brave.
that was the thing that they were putting you. What we're doing is destroying the thing that they tried to turn you into before. We're undoing the work that they've done. This perversion of life. This disgusting affront to all celestial beings everywhere. This is stopping that. All of the people that are dead, you can help put their souls to rest. But only you can do that.
Alright, so
I'll sing with you the whole time.
I'm going to present something to you guys, and you guys can decide how you want to do this, right? I'm going to allow one more person to make an argument, and I'll let that person do a persuasion roll. Alternatively, you can all say something on the matter, in which case I'll do a group persuasion roll. Your choice on how you want to proceed.
I would have liked to say something anyway, so I would happily come up and just say the people.
Let's make a
I'm talking out of character.
Well, yeah, no, okay, that's fair. Sorry.
Out of character first. So, how does the group want to proceed? Does one person want to make one argument, or do you all want to chime in and make a group roll?
I mean, out of character, I have a persuasion of 11.
I do.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to lie. On the lower side, on the single side of it, the DC, because there's always been one failure, it's extremely high at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say the same thing regardless of whether we do it in the group or not.
The group one will lower the DC, but there's a much more wild chance of whether or not people will succeed or fail.
I say go with group. There's just better odds all around. I've got a +0 to persuasion, so.
And I
can intimidate, but I can't persuade.
I can persuade, but not intimidate. Well, I can intimidate.
Sorry, Verity, what are you trying to say?
I have a +7 to persuasion as well, so I'm there with Rennas, where we could both probably make good enough arguments to help everyone else. And I already got a plan of things I can incorporate. Ugh, I'm just not very eloquently spoken.
So group, I think, is the overall decision.
Mm-hmm.
So Korgrin, you have said your piece.
Mm-hmm.
Arrabella, you have said your piece. What would the rest of the group like to say to the Vorpal Soul?
I'd like to step up, and I'd like to say the people that did this to you before, they were monsters. I have seen records of what they did, and it was horrible. We are not those people. I do not like the idea of doing this to you, but this sacrifice, if you are willing to make it, will end the monstrosity, the evil, the abomination that is here, and it needs to go. And that's my piece.
So Rennas finishes saying that.
I can still see Bella.
It's been a bitch. I don't know how to fix it.
Out of Otti, Bellatrix, and Verity, who would like to go next?
Not me, because I'm struggling with Roll20.
Okay.
Imagine if Loic was still here and found that. He would have just killed Gurn right there and then, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yep.
It still might happen.
We all turn around and just Loic stood there burning in the lab like, hey guys!
No, I might.
I will go full Pathnax on you.
But okay, so I guess I'll go next if Bella and Otti are cool with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna restart my computer, so I'll be 1 sec.
Okay. So I'm going to go up to the child and like get to eye level and stuff. If she's floated back down, that is. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, she's floating. She's about the same height as you, to be honest. So
Okay, cool. I'm gonna get out one of Steve's Sapphire's unicorn hairs. Just take out one and tie it around her wrist and be like, talking in Celestial the whole time, hoping this will help the DC or whatever.
your hands pass through her, but the unicorn hair stays.
Just tie it around her wrist like a bracelet or something, like plait it a little bit. And I'll just be like, people are scary. I know how scary they can be. Doing things that you don't really know. It's all very confusing. The only thing is that I know is that we do need your help. We just ask for you to trust us. You've already been so brave and done so much already, but we still need you, I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
So Verity finishes braiding the hair around the wrist and steps away. Otti, since Bella.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Where's my cider?
step forward so I'm quite close to her, and I'm gonna say, if you agree to do this, you have our word, our promise, that we will do everything we can to release you as soon as possible. And then just take a step back.
Oh, I missed all of it. Fuck.
But it's your turn.
Great.
Verity braided a unicorn hair around the wrist of the child.
Okay.
And Otti made a promise.
Okay. Let me see if I can get back to Roll20.
Now you've got a pinky promise.
Yeah, fucking what up?
You have a connection to the life tree, don't you? So that could be something you could bring into this.
Do I though?
As like
I
a druid.
I didn't even consider that. Wow.
Like, talking about oh fuck, what was his name?
Wicca?
Wicca, yeah.
Wicca,
Yeah.
yeah. Your very good friend your very good friend who I remember all of you crying very heavily over.
I ain't cry. I ain't no bitch.
I'm a bitch. I'm a little bitch.
And Korgrin saying that. I'm crap. I'm not rich.
Okay, I think I'm back and able to actually access my character sheet.
Looks good. Looks good. So, Bella. The rest of the party looks at you, expecting.
Just wave awkwardly. And then I step forward up to her.
No pressure or anything.
Fuck. Yes. And I'll kneel down in front of her. And I'll just say, you are so brave. Everything you've already been through is incredible, and you're so strong. And you remind me of someone I knew. No. He was also very brave, and there was a moment where things looked very dark, and we needed someone to step forward and bring us some light and help with a very difficult situation. And he was strong enough to take on a burden that I wouldn't expect anyone else to. I didn't expect him to. And he saved a lot. He saved me. And I feel like this is a similar situation. And if you were to do this, you'd be doing a lot of good. And then I just, take her hand.
Your hand passes through her.
Oh, shit. I just pat it, like where it would be.
But she appreciates the sentiment. Can I get a group persuasion?
Do we all just roll persuasion?
Yes, please.
Did you want another one from me?
And that's why you didn't just let me go.
Yeah, because you originally failed it, but no, you can.
Might I ask for a little bit of holy mojo?
Yeah, no, Moradin will slap you on the ass.
Oh, thanks, Daddy. Persuasion.
I'm actually thinking, like, maybe afterwards we could take her as Vorpal's sword to the
Honey.
white tree and hopefully, could be released there.
That'd be cute.
I'm so upset my persuasion's so much higher than everyone's, and I still roll the same as everyone else. My amazing modifier just counteracts for my shit rolls. But I did have 2 nat 20s at the start of the session, I can't really complain.
Yeah. You've used your nat 20s, Rennas.
I'm supposed to be good at persuasion.
Now.
The girl looks at all of you for a good solid minute. Eventually, she closes her eyes. She disappears.
I mean, a simple no would be fine.
A few moments pass, and the space where she was starts to re-envelop. Vroom, 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 vroom. And another light being of light is this one male in appearance, with brown hair, silver skin, completely and utterly scarred all over, as if the skin has been peeled away, and stitches placed, and wings as well, but the wings are crooked and broken, torn off.
Damn, he's ripped.
Arri just under her breath, like, what did they do to you?
Okay. Please. You must destroy the abomination.
We will find a way to release you from this weapon afterwards.
I want to believe you.
I lie surprisingly
Do you
little.
remember your name now?
Varnus.
Varnus.
I was a servant of Malar, goddess of the hunt. And I was angel one. Let us do this before I forget. Before I lose my courage.
Very well.
Okay.
They are still wearing the bracelet. So, for the sake of brevity, working together.
Every session.
Every goddamn fucking station. I just wanted to say, like, whilst everything's going on, with the furnace, I just want to be talking to them in Celestial.
Just encouraging them, sort of thing.
Yeah, just being nice and, like,
It does help. It does help. It's you can see his face is contorted with fear, but you snap him out of it a little bit, and he does focus on. He doesn't focus on the furnace or anything. He just wants to listen to you now. So,
like, it sounds really pretty, but we're just talking about cheese toasties.
he's never had a cheese toasty before, and he would like to try one.
Do we recognise the name Malar? Have we seen any temples or anything for her?
Malar is a pretty well-known goddess of the hunt, generally worshipped by rangers and druids.
I'd just like to visit a temple after all this. Is the point.
There is a shrine for her set up in the Sunswept Cathedral.
Okie doke.
I don't know why has cheese toasties in heaven, because, you know, she's all about hunting and shit, but I'm pretty sure if you go to a neighbor like Moradin or something, he'll have a cheese toasty there. He seems like the toasty guy.
So, the party is able to break the restraints on the furnaces, pouring them over into their respective funnels. You see the magma pour down into a pool, and it almost forms up into kind of like a vortex, waiting for the final ingredients. Vala. He closes his eyes, steps towards the edge, turns around and looks at all of you. I don't know if I can do this.
You are one of the strongest people I've met, Varnus. You will help us. This will help us so much. And everyone. That thing cannot be allowed to live.
You got this, bruh.
Yeah,
Promise
dog.
we'll eat. Verity, promise me we'll eat a cheese toasty one day.
Totally, man. Again, I'm imagining this exchange happening in Celestial. It's like it's
It
just
is.
sounding so pretty and angelic. And we're
Yeah,
just like,
to you guys,
cheese
it just
toasty,
sounds like a
man.
more mournful, peaceful kind of song, and they're just talking about cheese toasties.
Like, dude, wait until like mushrooms and onions are introduced into the mix. It's fucking mwah.
Wow.
Ugh. Mushrooms.
Yeah, you have to ruin it.
Onions, fine. Grilled, maybe, but mushrooms? Ugh.
Mushrooms are lovely.
Oh.
What the hell? Disadvantage for the rest of the night, Korgrin.
No, mushrooms in general, yes. Not in a cheese toasty, though. Jesus.
No,
You
not
know,
mushrooms in
mushroom
general.
cheese
Just no.
toasty. Oh,
So-
dude.
He
Chocolate spread toast.
stretches his arms open, closes his eyes, and he falls backwards into the magma. And immediately, you hear screams of agony.
Oh no.
There it
It's
is.
The magma swirls a vortex. As eventually it becomes basically kind of like an orange kind of sphere with lights breaking through the edges of it. And then you hear this individual's voice again. You have completed the ritual of change. Make your choice of weapon. Power, speed, or balance.
Ooh, okay.
Roll a d3.
I mean, Bella and I, do we want to decide?
Yeah, I mean, if you're Bella or taking it, then I mean, presumably power would be what you'd be after. But
Well,
I'm not going to make decisions for you. But yeah, it's up to you two, really.
Balance sounds
balance sounds
like
I know it's ironic, but it's middle ground. It's balanced. So balance makes the most sense to me.
It kind of does to me, because that's also what we're trying to bring. Like, we're trying to
True.
level out the balance.
True. It's also like, well,
It's
turning into a weapon. Power sounds heavy and hard.
Hammery, axy.
Speed sounds short and stabby. Balance sounds like sword, spear, scimitar. I don't know. Sounds like that, and that seems more manageable to me. So I want to say balance.
Oh,
Confirming with Bella, though.
Yeah, I think
you
balance.
don't think about being a wand down? Joking. Oh my god, I'm still on mute.
I mean, I do want power, but
I mean, you're welcome to power, but
I feel like balance is what we need.
Okay.
balance it is.
So, you say balance.
I stand on one leg.
And immediately the voice from the light says, understood. Balance will appear. And the magical energy kind of just shifts over for it. And you can see this sphere reshape itself into a longsword of a blackened hilt, red steel for the blade, and a single orange gem embedded in the hilt. Do you have a feeling is where the angel resides? With that,
Nice.
it drops down onto the floor beneath your feet, and the entire furnace goes vroom. And with that, the spectres that were lingering in the shadows at the top, they disappear through the walls. Vroom, 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 vroom.
Anyone object to me killing that white-haired creepy fucker upstairs?
Who wants?
Yes,
who's
I very
who's
much
picking
object
up
to
the
it,
sword, by the way?
because I want to.
Who's picking up the sword, by the way?
I'll step forward and pick it up.
Where are you, Bella?
And I'll rub my thumb across the gem and just say thank you.
Okay. It is now inside of your journal.
And I'd object. Enough senseless violence has happened here, don't you think?
I spoke to him last night about absolution and redemption, and he sent us in here to cause this creature more pain and more suffering without telling us the truth, without explaining anything. He is beyond redemption.
He's a
probably didn't
broken
think it was necessary
man.
to tell us.
Aye. He told us it was a soul. What did we walk in here expecting? It wasn't going to be a shiny rock on the floor. It wasn't going to be a metal ingot ready to be smelted down.
Nothing's so broken. I did not expect to see what was done to that Asimir to make it stay. I admit I left the cabin last night, but before I left, I heard him say that they agreed to join to make this creature to defeat Argoneth. I did not see agreement on the skin of that poor Asimir.
Probably not agreement with him. Probably agreement amongst themselves. But if he speaks of redemption, then maybe he seeks it. Maybe there's some way we can give it to him, for him to atone for these crimes, for these atrocities. But
Or maybe he can seek redemption in the afterlife.
Surely someone here trying to make the world better is better than another corpse.
I mean, you're the one that labelled everything with the same brush, Rennas. If he wants to stop Argoneth, how is he so different to us? After all, we want the same goal.
Yes, and I was completely against using this poor creature to accomplish those gains.
So why is he so different to us if we all
Because-
want the same thing? Oh, Jack can't hear us.
Jack not hear us. Jack, can you hear us?
Every Wednesday.
I guess no, he cannot.
bloody lagged out, didn't I?
No.
Bloody typical it is. Bloody typical.
Makes a change though. Like normally it's us not hearing you rather than the other way around.
Mm-hmm. So sorry if I interrupted a really good roleplay moment. The last thing I heard was basically Korgrin explaining that, how can it be bad to have another person who supports Argoneth in the world, or who wants to get rid of Argoneth in the world?
Less kind of that, yes, but also how we're all, if everything is the same regardless of intent or means, how he's so different to us.
Well, everything's not the same regardless of intent. Methods matter. Would you wipe out half the world to save the other half? Would you personally go around and execute thousands of people to save 10,000?
No, but at the end
Well,
of the
that's what
day...
he just sent us in here to do, to sacrifice this person against their will.
You
to serve
shot
us.
a man for stealing food.
Food that those people desperately needed, and that fat prick did not.
You made that decision.
Yeah, you killed someone to save the money. How is that different from this person killing someone to save the money?
What had this person done? What had this Aasimar done to deserve being killed?
They were already dead. We were just making sure that they fulfilled the purpose that they were here for.
That they were grabbed for, kidnapped for, forced into.
We can't undo that. We can't undo the atrocities.
I didn't have to participate in it.
No, we made sure it happened right. It already happened when they tried to make baby. And it
I'm
didn't
sorry,
go
did you
right.
not hear the screams as he fell into the fucking cauldron?
I did. But at the end of the day, at least now he's doing something rather than suffering for however long. If we had not stumbled upon this cavern, behind that pillar as a small child, in pain and afraid every day.
Which was his choice, and I believe it was the right one to make, but it should always be his choice.
And what we're saying is, it shouldn't just be your choice to end another person's life when they already are aware of the guilt that it puts on their conscience.
You say they're aware of the guilt, but they sent us in here to do exactly the same thing again. They have not learned a thing.
Arri leaves the furnace.
I'll stay here distracting Korgrin for long enough, hoping Ari's just going to go and kill him before anyone else gets there.
So, does anybody follow after Arri, or does she basically have a head start?
I'd follow a little bit, but I would make sure, that no one follows her.
17 passive perception. I'm watching that shit. I'm out.
To be fair, I imagine we'd all probably be leaving about now. I get we're having a very heated discussion, but I don't think we're going to meet in the middle. And at the end of the day, it's a moot point because he did sacrifice himself willingly.
Moot means open for discussion.
But it was his choice, not Gurn's. Or ours.
So, Arrabella, you walk down the corridor back towards the vat room. And now that you're walking away from that room, did you realise just how uncomfortably hot it was? And as you start making your way back towards the vat room, each step makes it a little bit cooler and cooler. And eventually you cross over the door and you see Gurn standing there. Talion is there as well, and he appears to be in conversation.
Okay, so I'm going to... Okay.
Sorry. No. What would you like to do?
I am going to kick Gurn in the back of the knees to make him my level.
Talion just goes, well, what do we... He immediately draws a bow and points it at
Get
Gurn.
out of this and put that away, you stupid man. I'll turn to Gurn. And I say to him in a very, really venomous, you are a pathetic, evil creature, and I swear to God, if it wasn't for the fact that I think you need to live and deal with the horrific shit you have done, I would slit your throat right now. You are a pathetic piece of work, and I cannot believe you would do that to someone, to anything. And I'll just throw him on the floor, and I go storm out the rest of the cabin and go sit outside by the old fireplace.
he just watches you go, and he doesn't say anything. He's just stunned, really. Talion puts away his bow and his arrow, just looks, Gurn. He comes out towards you, Arrabella. What did he do?
That Asamir was broken. It was scarred. It was flayed. It was disemboweled. Its legs were broken. Its wings were broken. He made us believe that the Asamir agreed to do this. There was no agreement on the body of that. That man is vile. That man just has no morals. He is disgusting. He talked of redemption. I just hope he was serious, because he needs to live and deal with the horrific things that he has done. He doesn't deserve death. It'd be far too easy for him.
By the gods. I didn't think it went that far.
You knew about these experiments then?
I had no idea about these experiments. I was just talking to him, and he told me what the original purposes was and what they were trying to do here, and I was curious as how it could have gotten so corrupted to this, but I didn't think it went that far.
Well, baby was creation of it, so it definitely went that far.
Baby is a threat to everything.
Agreed.
And I am not going anywhere until it is killed.
We have the Asamir's help. His name is Varnus. He's going to help us destroy baby.
I shall remember that name.
Yeah, he was a servant of Malor.
Malor? That's not a name I've heard in a long time.
I wonder if she knew what happened to him.
You went to the Life Tree once, right?
Technically, I've been there twice.
Oh, yes.
You a bad bitch.
Yes. Did you know that Malar was one of the first ones to plant a life tree?
Bitches inside him.
I did not. No, I suppose it makes sense with her being the goddess of the hunt.
If we ever see a life tree again, we should pay our respects to a fallen hero.
Definitely. And maybe seek advice on how we can free him.
Yeah. Arri,
I need to get
I
out
know
of these
you're
caves.
I know you're angry at the moment. You have every right to be. I know you don't want blood on your hands, but I would very much like to murder that man.
I would too, but it won't do anything. After Brian, I have learned that killing someone is not necessarily the best option. I will be keeping an eye on things down here, though, as much as I can, and as much as I'm able. And if I find out he started these experiments again...
I wouldn't risk it.
No. Do not touch him.
You should take him.
If you hurt him...
Baby.
No. This is not something I'm going to do. I could have killed him then. I could probably kill him now. I'm not going to do it. At the moment, he's horrible. He's he is an abomination of a being himself. But it's not my life to take. And it's not your life to take either. We're here to defeat baby. Hopefully he starves or becomes a monster. Well, when we kill baby, a lot of more monsters will be coming in here. Maybe he'll get torn apart. That would be nice.
I respect
the death we can give him is far too swift.
I respect your decision. I just disagree with it. But it is your decision. And
don't kill him. Promise me you will not kill him.
I will not kill him.
Promise me.
I promise you.
And if you do kill him, I get to cut off your pinky finger.
You can take both of my pinky fingers.
Okay.
So, the rest of you, however, are still arguing inside the furnace.
I thought we left.
Yeah, we're walking back.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I don't think we're going to find a middle ground.
So if that's the case, eventually you come out. You can see Gurn on the ground, looking a bit shaken, really. And he sees Bellatrix walking in with a sword, and he says,
You did it! You did it!
I'm going to hold my hand out so it doesn't get too close.
We can do it! We can kill baby! We can stop this nightmare from ever escaping! We can do it!
I'm going to get Hud out, and I'm going to say, shut the fuck up, and stay over there.
Why the sudden change of faces?
You know the shit that you've done.
I know, because I told you.
We know more in depth the shit that you've done.
It is not my fault that you didn't want to think about the words I was saying.
You don't want to be talking to us about killing monsters right now, trust me.
I know what I am. And you say will change that. I accept my punishment. I will wait here until either the darkness or the monsters claim me, or until I feel as if I have suffered enough. 20 years, more than that, I've been here. I suspect I'll be here for a lot longer.
Then how about we talk about when this is over, you making things right?
How can I do that?
I don't know, but that's a conversation we can have once baby's gone. You can start by making sure that none of these things are still alive by the time we come back after dealing with baby. I see them watching me and blinking and following us around the room.
Can any of you cast Dispel Magic?
Aye.
Yes.
Not today, though.
Yeah.
If you want them to cease being, do that. I have no magical endeavors of my own. So, necrotic power.
After our baby fight. Just
Necrotic power keeps them living.
Yeah, after the baby fight seems like a plan.
after the baby fight, if I have enough energy, if not, rest, then I'll do it. But I don't want to do it now when we're about to go and fight a fucking fetus.
Is there anything more I can help you with?
I have a question.
Yes.
How old are you?
Oh. I think I'm older than a century now. Yeah.
Are you immortal?
No.
No, I'm nearly a century.
Korgrin, you wear it so much better. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm still young. For 20 years isn't good for your skin.
I eat, I bathe, thank you very much.
Recently, though.
Rude.
Well, I wish you very much. I wish you all the luck in dealing with that abomination. I really do. Good luck.
I will be the last one out of the room with Hud. I'll keep staring at him.
I mean, if you're trying to intimidate him, he is intimidated, but
It's not intimidation. It's more trying to prevent anyone else from
making
doing
sure I don't
anything
get
to. Yeah, it's more trying to protect this bunch of reprobates and
I've learned my lesson. I don't go around killing people without the party's agreement anymore. You all moan at me when I do.
And you cause unexpected death and destruction that lasts for a long time as well.
Bro, I got the.
I mean, I'm pretty sure those riots would have happened when they realised they had no more fucking food.
Bella, if you want to use that sword, you have to attune to it.
Yes, I was reading that. I think we need to discuss.
Guess we're waiting here for an hour
anyway. Yeah, we need to attune to it either way.
Yeah. As she's attuning to it, can I just try talking to it in a celestial, just being like, "You okay?"
You get the feeling that there is no consciousness in this sword.
Ah.
It's not sentient.
What's Gurn doing? Can I possibly sneak to that little lockbox area? Or is he paying attention? You've forgotten how to kill anyway.
He's not paying attention to you, but
he is in the room. And
he's in the room.
Yeah,
Make
fair
a stealth
enough.
check if you want.
No, I will leave it if he's awake and in the area, sort of thing.
Okay, so you guys sit down in front of the fire outside of the hut for an hour as Bellatrix becomes attuned to the Vorpal sword.
If we're taking a long rest, then I can do the dispel magic and then
It's not a long rest. It's a short rest.
Short rest, I mean, because warlock spell slots I get back, so I can do the dispel magic, sorcery points, blah blah blah. So I'm back to full anyway. So I do the dispel magic on the dodgy areas, and then.
When you do, the vats go from just being yellow just to a black liquid, and the floating bodies. The tenseness disappears and they just go limp. And as bad as it is, even some of the ones that only had half a torso, every single one of those bodies was still alive.
I don't have
I'm just say one dispel magic in a time space would be enough, basically.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I get spell slots back on short rest, so I can just point slot conversion, so I'm back to full.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just say a little bye and let them go.
You get no response from them. All you know is that you've probably given them the death that they have sought for a long, long time.
Well, before I do attune, I'm gonna check with Korgrin that he doesn't want to be the one who does it. Just be like, any preference whether it's you or me?
I mean, are you able to attune? Have you got enough slots?
Yeah, I was just checking through. I'm going to attune to the belt and the glaive currently.
Fair enough. It's no odds, really. I mean, it certainly helps if I'm further away because I can use Crusader's Mantle from at least a bit of a distance. You might take its ire if you're the one wielding the sword.
Harder to hit in terms of HP.
Well, you're heartier, I think.
Yeah, heartier. Yeah, not harder to hit. I think really not harder to hit.
Are we all going to neck these little potions as well when we go in? Because that's fun.
Do we have enough potions?
Yeah, I think we had 5 and we got one mouldy one from Gurn.
I thought we had 6 and then we gained 1. I think that's
in
what
the
I
bag.
We've got enough either way. Because I'm going to be taking big boy one if I'm getting in there and doing the vocal shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What else do we need prepared?
I'm gonna offer. I've still got the gloves of missile snatching in my bag, so I'm gonna see if anyone wants them.
I don't think anything's being fired at us.
There's also a couple of other items that was never identified in there, but I'll let you know what they are since you have a short rest. You have got +1 of the War Mage, and a Staff of the Adder.
Oh shit!
I already have a +1 wand on me, so I'm.
I think that's the same one.
Alright, so yeah, when you're holding this wand, you gain a +1 to spell attack rolls. In addition, you ignore half cover when making a spell attack.
Yeah, I've already had that attunement. Like, was it attunement thing, or is it just a thing?
It is an attunement thing.
Okay, then I've already had that one attuned.
And then the Staff of the Adder requires attunement from a cleric, druid, or warlock.
No, not particularly interested myself.
No, stuffs aren't really.
It's not my thing.
Hold on. One attune.
Well, I was going to say about the Ring of Spell Storing, that's tuned, so that should be on you.
Yeah, I have that attuned to me. What spell's in it?
It's gonna
Flame Strike.
The Vorpal Sword works
Is
properly.
is that a radiant spell?
Fuck! Oh no, I used a good roll. I used a good roll.
Haha!
You bastard.
That's Flame Strike.
Vorpal Sword. How did you not call it Varnus? Call the sword Varnus, damn it.
I was just testing it worked, to be fair. I was going to call it something else, because it reminds me of Alice in Wonderland, you know?
Plus Altar Sword.
Yeah, I cannot wait till we're not in Vorpal Sword anymore, because if I can get that poem out of my head, I will be happy.
Your strength modif... no, never mind, don't worry.
I got a belt!
Yeah. So,
How do you spell
after an
Varnus?
hour, it's Vannas.
See, I went Venus. I went Venus.
I went
Oh, I thought it was Varnus. Okay.
I put Varnus.
Oh, hi,
Like,
there's the Vorpal Sword again.
What are you trying to do, lass?
I'm just swinging it around like it's cool.
Okay. You get the feeling that this is super, super sharp Bella, and you should be very careful with the sword.
Yes, I stopped swinging it around. I'm like, oof.
I'm doing like minor illusion things for her to target practice on.
I got that fucking crit.
Like little Gurns.
She cuts the illusions somehow.
It is. Look at this. I shouldn't be trusted with this sword. I'm having a panic attack now.
Like you've seen powerful items for Bella. This is possibly the most powerful item in the party. That, aside from one item that nobody can at the moment.
I don't like owning it. Well, I don't like having this. It's too strong.
Well,
is there such a thing as too much power?
Yeah, this is it. I don't like it.
You shouldn't be having it.
Stress me out.
Well, I mean, like if you think too much power, just read through Marcus's Divinity book.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
You guys
none of us are high enough to do it.
It's a gosh darn shame
none of
none
our
of us
wisdom
can
is
use
high.
it.
I know. If only Wicca were here.
But I mean, otherwise, are we good to go?
Yes.
Okay. So, the party begins making its way back.
Venus.
Anus. Sorry.
Going toward back the direction they came, and then turning left. Eventually, you get to the hole in the wall, but that you made. Looking inside, you can see the stalactite forest. The entire area at the moment is currently dark.
Before we go in, I'd like to cast Death Ward on myself.
Should I have
I'd like to ask.
Drift Clove going?
What did you say?
Should I have the Orb of Oop doing daylight?
I mean, his darkness ate up the Oop, so...
I know, but like it saves like a spell slot for you. It lasts an hour, so by the time we get him down and the daylight's going, like...
Yeah, true.
It also means...
down at one point.
True.
It also means that we know when he's hurt, because suddenly we can see.
If we don't do any spells that we can cast Pass Without Trace, increase our stealth, and we've got dark vision goggles or dark vision anyway. Like, it's not the best, but if you wanted to try and get a sneak attack on it, using a light spell before we get near it probably isn't the best idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to ask Otti if she'll very nicely make my weapon magical.
I cast magic weapon on his weapon.
Pew! And my bow.
I hate you so much. Yes, on your bow.
So,
Potions. We
you
done
make
potions.
you make your preparations.
Yeah, everyone necking a potion.
Who's going to go? How many potions are there in total? 7.
Mm-hmm. As far as I remember, because it was 6
So
plus 1.
yeah, there's 6 in the bag, and there's one that was the one that was specifically for baby.
Can Talion have one?
Yeah, yeah, we might.
I suppose.
Yeah.
You can have the Gurn one.
No, that's for me. It's specific for baby.
Yeah, Talion gets a standard one. Bella gets the old mature one.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
can have the
care.
grossest one.
All right.
The
So
gone off Pepsi.
Talion will turn away from all of you and neck the potion, and then turn back.
Talion, we've seen you now. Stop turning away.
I know, it's just sensitive. So
I'm gonna put a stupid face at that.
All right, well, I guess that I'll go first through the hole and try and sneak through and see what I can see.
Okay, make a stealth roll.
Well, do we want pass without a trace first?
Probably.
If you want it, you got it. I'll get rid of one of my second level spell slots.
Okie doke. 31.
Okay, so you stealthily make your way through the hole. You barely see any.
Oh,
Is it
why
the
do I
same
get the
magical
feeling he's
darkness as before?
still here?
Of course.
I mean, if he wasn't still here, this would be a lot of preparation for nothing.
No, I mean in this right by the wall. He's
fair
waiting
one.
for us.
Well, that's why I was trying to sneak through to make sure that wasn't the case.
Huh?
And he hasn't hit me
cannot-
yet.
You cannot hear anything.
Okie doke. I'm going to start like moving along the wall to the left. Probably just about 10, 20 meters, just to, 1, give them space, and 2, see if I can see anything.
Right, so Rennas has gone in. Is anybody else going in?
One of us needs to go in, yeah.
I will. I'm going in.
All right. Who would like to make stealth rolls?
Yes.
Oh,
Are you coming with Arri?
Yeah. Like
I just thought this was a one at a time.
I'll literally be like at the hole, ready to go in after you've gone in.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure I stay close to your pass without trace.
I was meant to say during our long rest I was bringing Toby back. I have the materials for it.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, so
Right.
Toby's back as an owl.
Okay.
Where's my character sheet?
So that's 19 from Talion on the stealth. And Bella.
Well, 19.
It isn't a 1. That's what matters.
So that's 12 from
Oh, no.
Korgrin.
Thank God for pass without trace.
It is an amazing spell. I love it to bits.
Is Talion going to be the last one through the hole?
No, he'll actually be one of through in as one of the middle ones.
I would like to stay at the mouth of the hole and use it as cover. If he's right outside.
So, immediately, none of you can hear it. You are in the darkness. You can't hear it.
Perception to hear for him?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception.
Can I have Toby do a hearing perception? He has advantage on those as well.
Yeah, of course.
Would I have to do a retroactive wild magic search for him?
Yes, you would be.
Summon him back. Okay. 13 on his perception. 9 on the wild magic search. He's fine.
Okay. Korgrin, picking up in your ear a little bit more to the northwest, you hear the sound of maybe a rock clanging down on other rocks. Conk, conk.
I'll let
Bit
the
of a-
party know.
Bit of a ways away to be.
Yeah.
Should we
I'll
make our
try
way
to leave
towards the
hole.
sound?
Sounds like we don't have a choice.
Yes.
I mean, I know you've got a long range, but you still need to be able to see what you're targeting. I suppose you could just fly Toby forward and just attack through Toby the whole time.
No, I'll leave the hole. Felt so safe in here.
This
Oh,
hole.
fuck!
It was made for me.
So, the party
Beautiful.
begins making their way towards.
Second natural one I've had tonight. Rennas, what have you done to me?
It's the beard. It hasn't grown
Wow.
back. He hasn't reabsorbed all of his bad luck.
I'm working on it.
Rennas, Korgrin, knowing what you're looking, keep your eyes, and soon enough, you see it. It's pretty much hugging a stalagmite or stalagmite. It doesn't appear to have heard you or noticed your presence. And as you get ready to get it in position, you hear Verity shout, "Fuck!" And she's just stubbed her toe on a rock she did not. Immediately the rock vanishes. Boom! And appears overhead. Is there?
And anyone here, Jack?
Can you hear me?
Oh,
I
Yeah.
yes. You just
Yeah.
cut out for a brief second. I was like,
No worries.
wait.
Can I get initiative, everybody, please?
Oh god, okay. Boopity boppity boop. Oh, I didn't select my token. Sweet!
You fool.
That's a 0 from him. I don't even have to edit that. I just like put him on there. It's great.
Did I actually roll a 15?
Of all the people to go last that provides a party-wide buff, why?
Wait, where's my token?
You're back there, you stubbed yourself. You're right next to
No,
me.
it's like all black.
Oh, this is you.
Oh, hold up.
Oh,
You're not allowed to see shit.
Blind.
darkness envelops you.
I don't like it.
How's that?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. There we go.
You
There I am.
still can't see
Yeah.
other tokens. Yeah.
Can anybody not see any at the moment?
I can see.
I'm good.
I can see.
Yes.
I can see clearly now.
All right.
Dark.
So, Bellatrix, as soon as this creature appears, the sword in your hands vibrates, almost as if this is what it was destined to do.
I mean, it was, though.
We got this, Rennas. We got this.
So, top of the rounds will be Otti.
It's Boo. Fucking fuck it up.
It's me first. I don't know how I managed that, but I did.
Rolling.
Funny that, yeah, I did. I'm going to take some steps backwards. And no, that way. And firebolt it.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I rolled initiative, but I'm not in turn order.
I have put you. I put you underneath Rennas.
Okay.
That's a hit. So, the firebolt hits the creature on the side of the face. You burn it.
It's burnt, guys. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to take a legendary action. It is going to throw a ray of cold at you. It has a +12 to this. I'm not going to let you guys get away again.
Nice.
So that's 30 to hit.
Yes.
Alright, so that is... So, Otti, you take 28 points of cold damage. Okay. Bellatrix, you're up next.
Okay. How high off the ground is it?
He is 10 feet above the ground at the moment.
Okay. I'd be able to hit it with the longsword, right? With the
No, that's a 5 feet reach.
But I'm 7 feet tall.
you can jump, basically. Mechanically, it's out of your reach, but you can jump, and I'm gonna let you do an athletics check.
Okay. Oh, well, I'm gonna give it a fucking try. Let's get up there. Was that athletics you wanted?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna bonus action rage.
The DC will be 10, so it'll be pretty easy.
Thank you. Okay, bonus action rage anyway. Athletics. 16.
Easy. So you jump up, and you're just within range. You're just able to hit it.
Okay.
Make an attack roll.
Come on, bonus. Oh.
That is a hit.
Let me just check. It was only a 15 that I rolled, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Cool. Then it's just normal damage. There's a notification in the way. I can't click it. There we go.
Alright, so it's 14 points of magical slashing. And once you slash this creature, you're able to get it on one of its smaller tendrils. And as soon as it cuts off the entire tendril, it bursts into a black flame that eventually just evaporates away. And the creature, whereas now you have heard it screeching pain, now it is like the whole thing about it just hated everything about that.
Scary baby, scary baby, scary baby.
You seriously hurt it.
I forgot to do a con save on the frost for the.
Yep. That's a fail.
Sorry, Rennas.
Rennas, your weapon is no longer magical. Alright, at the end of your turn, the creature is going to make a legendary action to do a touch attack against Bellatrix.
Oh god.
It has a +9 to this. Natural 1. You see it coming, you're just able to get out in time as one of its crumpled little wrinkled, decayed hands just reaches out to grab you. You get away just in time. Arrabella.
I was going to say, doesn't Bella get extra attack?
I do get an extra attack. I get an extra attack.
Arrabella, what's your
Okay.
Sorry, no, we'll get to that. But just Arrabella, what's your dex bonus?
Oh, I thought you couldn't hear me, so I was like, okay, I gotta leave.
That's 3.
Sorry, Arri, what's your dex bonus? Sorry. 3. All right, your Talion will be going before you. Okay, Bellatrix, you may continue your attack.
Thank you. I did rage. Yes, I did. That's fine.
Yes.
And yeah.
That is a hit.
Meaty.
Meteor.
So it just screeches out in pain as you slash it twice.
Piece of shit.
Did not like that at all. Alright, so that is the end of your turn. Alright, so it is Talion's turn. Talion is going to pick up his bow, and he is going to whisper to it, "Swift death to my enemies."
Hey.
And the weapon itself starts glowing blue. He's going to rush over to here, and he's going to take 2 shots at Baby with his oath bow, fully powered. Hit and hit. So that is going to be an additional. So that's there, an additional 6d6 damage against him. Whenever you're ready. 14. So that's 18. 34 points of damage against him. So the 2 arrows launch into baby's neck. And yeah, that's all he can do. At the end of Talion's turn, baby's going to take its last legendary action to do another touch attack against Bellatrix. +9 to this. That is 25 to hit you.
That's going to be a hit.
Okay, that is.
Where are all my HP gonna go? Let's see how bad it hits me for.
That's 15 points of necrotic damage, halved to 7.
Look.
But you can see some of its wounds heal up from touching you, as it's pure energy just seeps through your body, and you get the feeling that if you did not have that potion coursing through your body at the moment, that would have hurt a lot more than it did.
Thank God.
Okay, so Arrabella, it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to move there. If I remember correctly, it doesn't take damage really from non-magical things, does it? Or it takes half damage.
You remember it takes no damage from non-magical weapons.
Okay, so I'm gonna use up some of my more some more of my charmed arrows then, and I'm gonna try and. Do I want to put Hunter's Mark on it? Is there really any point? Fuck it, why not? We'll go for it. So Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay.
And gonna go at it with my squib.
All right then.
And I've got the braces on, and I can't remember what they +2.
Damage.
It's the damage, is it? Okay.
That is a hit.
Okay, so we'll do this +2. Oh, that's automatically rolls my d6 for me. I take the thing that Richard put on there for me. So 9 for that one, and then I'll go at it again.
Still smart.
The 2 arrows seep into the skin of baby. And they appear to have absolutely no effect against it whatsoever.
They're charmed arrows. They're magic arrows.
Oh, they're charmed arrows. My apologies.
Yes.
Then they do some damage. Then.
So 20 points in total from those 2 attacks. Because I get +2 from the braces, and then obviously Hunter's Mark for the first one. So.
Yeah. 7, 11. Yep.
And that is me.
All right then, Rennas, it's your turn.
Would I have seen that magical weapons gone down? Would I know that's failed?
Yes, you would see it not going blue anymore.
Okie doke. Then I'm going to run up next to Bellatrix.
Hey, bud.
I'm going to take a swing at it with my silver dagger.
At advantage.
That's the closest thing to magic that I've got.
Because I'm angry. Roar.
I've no idea if my dagger will do a thing.
Yeah!
That's a hit. Roll damage.
Stabby stab.
Trying to roll. There we go.
As you sink the blade into the side of the creature, it seems to have absolutely no effect whatsoever.
Nice try.
And I bonus action disengage and move to there.
Okay. Verity, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to run over here. Or not. Okay, so I can kind of see him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send Toby over to Bella and have him hold the help action so she gets advantage on whatever she attempts next.
Okay, so I can't find a token for.
It's fine. Just assume he's by Bella right now.
Yep.
Like, Toby is there to help. And then I am gonna do a... Hold on. Oh my god, my things. So slow. I am going to do a... What's the one I'm going to do? Guiding Bolt.
Okay, make an attack roll.
At level... Where's the spells gone? There we go. At level 3.
So that's a hit. Roll damage.
So it's 2 extra.
D6.
Oh, it gives me the thing. Submit.
So it should be 66.
3.
So it's
1 times
23 points of damage, double 46 radiant damage.
I don't think the D6 rolled right. The first one.
Yeah, no,
It should
there's
all be
2d6.
radiant.
No, that's
Yeah,
1 times 2d6, so it's 1 plus 2 d6.
I'll just roll 2 more d6. Hold on.
Because none of the other... Like, if you
Yeah,
look
so
at
it should
the
be 25
4d6,
radiant
doesn't roll that way either.
Alright, so that's double to 50 then. So the guiding bolt shoots forward, strikes the creature square in the chest, and one of its tendrils is blown off from this.
And I'm gonna spend the rest of my movement to hide around here.
Alright. Korgrin, it's your turn.
Action to cast Crusader's Mantle.
Okay.
I'm debating whether I want a bonus action.
A non-hostile.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
Another.
I'm so sorry.
30-foot radius for me. I'm not going to bonus action, but I'm going to see where the radius sits.
Okay, there.
Cool beans. So I will be taking a step forward. 2 steps forward. Just peer at baby around the corner.
Okay.
Do I have to be in
It
the
is-
radius to get bonuses? Or
You
when
do.
it's cast?
But it's weapon attacks, so...
Oh, so no use on me.
What
then.
was the
Mhm.
bonus again? Was it
1d4.
D4? Yeah, D4.
Correct. And that's my go.
Yeah, I can do a D4 damage to it.
So, it is baby's turn.
Don't laugh.
No, please.
So, appearing right behind Korgrin is a spectral wraith. As it raises itself from the ground. Right, I just need to...
Hopefully I can hurt those things.
So that means the wraith is going to roll initiative.
Can't see what that bitch is.
Natural 20 for the wraith. So it has a +3 to that, so it's 23.
Cool, man, you know, whatever.
Okay, for some
The vocal thought.
Alright, so with that wraith risen from the ground, baby is then going to teleport as a bonus action.
That's rude.
That is rude, bitch. Come back. I must stab you.
It's going to appear over here. It just seeps away in black mist and appears right beside Verity behind Otti and Arrabella. And that is going to be the end of its turn. So going away straight with the wraith who is up.
Shit.
Ooh.
Not far enough, beach.
Okay, so the wraith is immediately going to go for Korgrin. Just need to... Yeah, so the wraith is going to go for Korgrin. It's going to do a life drain attack against you. It's got a +6 to this. That's a miss.
+6
It reaches out for you, and it just gets out of the. You just get out of the way. All right, that's its turn. It is going to stay there for now. At the end of that, a lair action is going to happen. From the ground, bones start chattering, and you can see that some of them start raising themselves from where they lie. Spectral weapons appear in their hands. I'm going to have these skeletons roll initiative.
Spooky, scary, sun,
Send shivers down your spine.
16 from them.
6 also crack your souls, your doom
Spooky, scary skeleton.
Shout startling, shrilly, squeaks. Squeaks. Screech? Screech. Yeah.
Alright, that's the end of the lair action. Okay, so Otti, you're up next.
I'm going to take a step around Arrabella to face the skeleton, and I'm going to hit it twice with HUD.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I hate being up here. I miss my mouse.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
Meeting.
That's the other.
Oh, the first one might kill it. You never know.
Computer. Oh, it's taking its time. Come on. 10.
Right, so you bring your axe down and you chop off one of its arms and part of its ribcage, and it's just going. It's still standing. The magic that compels it to keep on going is keeping it standing.
Take an
D4
extra
radiant
D4
damage.
as well.
Oh, you can roll an extra D4.
Yay.
It's still just standing.
Hello?
Alright, so with the second strike, you bring it down and you're able to chop the skeleton's head off, and the entire thing just crumbles beneath itself from that.
And I'm going to move 1, 2, back here.
Okay. And at the end of your turn, Baby is going to make a legendary action. It is going to screech out and wail. Can everybody make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Here we go!
Oh no!
Oh no!
I'm so glad that wasn't a disadvantage. It shouldn't have been an advantage either, but...
The DC is 19.
It's 19.
Mhm.
I did not pass.
So, Rennas, Otti, you guys save. Everybody else, you take a point of exhaustion.
Okay. Make note. 1. This was.
Alright. And this is Skeleton's turn. The skeleton is immediately going to go for Bellatrix.
Bye, bitch.
8 to hit you.
No.
So you bring up the Vorpal longsword, and as soon as the dagger that this thing strikes the sword with, the entire thing just shatters on impact. The skeleton's dagger, not your sword. Alright, that is the end of its turn. Bellatrix, you're up.
Okay. Fuck it. Peace out, skeleton. I am gonna go for the baby.
Alright,
I'm going
it's going to
after
get an
baby.
opportunity attack against you then.
That is absolutely fine.
20. So
Nice!
it's going to reach out with its short sword.
I go, psych. And then he goes, got you.
Catch, bitch.
So
That's
6 plus 2. So that's 8 points of slashing damage against you, reduced to 2-4.
Okay, cool.
Oh no, how will your 120 hit point pool possibly take such damage?
I'm dying!
I've fallen and I can't get
29 more of them and you're fucked!
Okay, time to stab baby.
Okay. Making a attack roll. That's a hit.
Rennas, you're a beast.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to have you do the athletics check to jump up and reach it.
Yes.
Can you do that at disadvantage, please? Because you have 1 point of exhaustion.
Toby's helping her.
Technically,
Toby's helping to give her advantage.
Straight roll anyway.
On a busy.
She's no longer beside Toby.
It's technically a straight roll anyway because I have advantage.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I told him to stick with her.
But Toby acts on your turn. So Bellatrix is no longer beside Toby to get the benefit of being helped, because the help action has to be when the two creatures are within 5 feet of each other. But that's not an issue. That is 16 points of damage against it. Screeches out in pain.
Add on D4.
Oh, yeah. 1d4, 2. Boop.
Another 6 points of radiant damage. Once again, it screeches out in pain as the Vorpal sword comes up and just creates a massive gash across its hot belly, and you can just see its guts just almost spill out of itself. And then the necrotic energy that sustains it is the umbilical cord is now pulsating as very rapidly, trying to heal the damage you were doing to it in an incredible speed.
Okay. Let's see. So I've got one more attack.
Yep.
I will try again.
Okay.
Oh, baby! Oh, baby, a triple!
So, I think you know what that does.
Yeah! Awesome! I guess I do a big leap.
So, it has legendary actions, so it can't be killed instantly, but there is something else you can do.
Okay. Off with his head.
Not its head.
Well, the umbilical cord, but off with his head.
Okay, so you reach up. Oh, at the start of your turn, I forgot. And for Otti as well, because of its thing. I'll just roll for the both of you. I forgot about this little thing, so I am sorry about it. You guys both, you've got both of you take 10 points of necrotic damage.
That's fine.
Halved.
Halved. Oh shit, yeah.
That's right.
Plus 5.
Alright, so Bellatrix, as it's reaching out, just trying to push its guts back into its belly, its head is exposed. You reach up, you kick off of it with a little bit of buoyancy, and your eyes kind of solidify on your target, and with one fell swoop, you cut the umbilical cord. And as soon as that happens, the umbilical cord just evaporates into ash. And the creature itself just goes... You reach back down onto the ground and you can see this creature is now wailing about everywhere. It is now gone completely feral.
Oh no.
But it is no longer rapidly healing itself.
Okay.
Well, roll your fucking damage for your
There we go.
natural 20.
Alright, so you rolled a 3, so that's 6 plus 5 plus 1, 2, 3
Does
plus 1, 2.
Does the radiant damage get doubled?
Yeah, the radiant damage will get doubled.
Yeah, it's a dice roll on a weapon attack, so...
Oh!
Plus another 8. That's 24 points of damage against him. Alright.
Lovely.
Nice.
Alright, so it's Talion's turn. He's immediately going to pop round the corner here, and he's going to pop off 2 shots against him. With advantage on the attacks as well.
And my +4.
That's right. So it's 2 hits.
People.
Rolling another 2d4, or is it just 1d4 per weapon attack? Or
it's per weapon attack 1d4.
so it's 10 points of damage there, and then plus the roll 66 for his both ones. So it's 20, 37,
43.
43 points of damage against this guy as he fires 2 arrow shots straight into both of the eyes of the monster itself, as it's wailing out in pain at the moment. All right, that's Talion's turn. Arrabella, you're up.
Okay. I think do I go for the Wraith? I know it'll go if baby dies. Oh, fuck it, I'll go for baby.
Okay.
You've seen me take on a dragon. I can take on a wraith.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm going to target the Wraith anyway, so fuck what else I can do.
That's a hit.
So do that. Do my d6. Do my d4.
That's 2 points of radiant damage.
Whoop.
So that's 8 damage in total from the first shot.
Yes, and then I shall do it again.
Okay.
Gotta lower these. There we go.
Hit.
Okay, that's only 4 hits in a row. I haven't been able to be on fire for ages, and it's devastating.
I know.
Do that, and then my d4.
So that's another 9 damage there. So, thunk, thunk. As soon as the 2 arrows from Talion reach this creature in the eyes, 2 more arrows reaching the creature's neck. It's looking like a cut-up pin cushion at the moment. Everybody's bringing everything they have against it. All right. Did you want to move anywhere, Arri?
I did. I moved from there.
Okay. Rennas, you're up.
For the purposes of sneak attack, does Toby count as an ally?
Yes.
Awesome. I will target the skeleton.
Okay.
On the grounds, then hopefully when Toby flies away, it won't get the attack of opportunity because it will be dead. So SS, so sharpshooter mantibow. 14 to hit.
That is just a hit.
Wait.
So, the arrow goes straight for the creature's skull and it explodes. The body just crumples down to the ground.
I did something!
Good job!
And then I am going to move to here and hide.
Make a stealth roll. You have beaten their passive perceptions. Alright. Verity, you're up.
Yeah, am I in range of it?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Then I guess it's still like 10 foot away?
No, as in like you were within 5 feet, because yeah, basically. I don't have the squares up. Let me get the squares up.
It doesn't look like it should be in range.
So,
I think it's.
I think it's just within 10 feet.
So no, the edge of the squares that it's occupying is next to one of your squares that you're occupying, so therefore you're within 5 feet of it.
Okay. Does that mean I'm gonna get disadvantage if I do any like range attack spells?
That's correct, yes.
I'm gonna have to move. Okay,
Misty
so
Step?
huh?
You have Misty Step.
I know, but I wanted to do like a bonus, but like it's just gonna.
You can move
follow me
away.
anyway.
He will get the opportunity attack against you.
Hmm. Okay, gonna move back about 5.
Okay.
10
Now keep in mind,
feet.
now that the umbilical cord is gone, nobody's taking damage by being near it anymore.
Yay!
Well, no, it's because I wanted to do an attack and then another attack, and one of them's
Yeah.
a ranged spell. So,
Okay, so it's
but
going to
would
go
I
with
be at
the
disadvantage
touch attack.
anyway because of my exhaustion?
No,
No,
it's
no,
only
that's just for
ability
ability
checks.
checks at the moment. Alright, so that's a hit against
Oh,
you.
That hits.
It's
Take,
still 10 foot up.
Would it have
Yeah,
dropped to the ground now?
It's about its reach, I
Yeah.
think, rather
Yeah.
than it being like that.
Yeah, it's got. Yeah, it has a little bit of reach. So that's 2 points of necrotic damage against you.
That's fine. Okay, so through the ring, I'm going to do Flame Strike at it.
Okay.
So it has to make a dexterity save against, I believe, Korgrin's spell DC or the ring spell DC, or
I believe it's the person that puts it in there, so it should be mine, which is 15.
Alright. Dex save. Yeah. Got -3 to this. Hey. That's 4 to save.
Yeah, nah. So that's 8d6, half of which are fire, half of which are radiant.
So this is the fire, this is the
9.
radiant.
So 9.
And then 2 sorcery points to do guiding bolt as another level 3.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. So guiding bolt.
That's a hit.
So that's 66 then, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay.
All radiant. And Toby's just going to be helping out whoever.
Okay. So you're mixing in the guiding bolt with the flame strike. The usual divinity bolt that shoots from your hand is now have streaks of flames etching behind it. As soon as it hits baby, the explosion basically pushes it back, smashes it through a stalagmite, and the rocks kind of crumble down on top of it. And as it sort of raises itself, you can see it's now got a gaping hole in its chest where you can just see its organs barely function.
Oh, hey, baby!
Okay, Korgrin, it's your turn.
And that gaping chest is going to be where I yeet my guiding bolt at 4th level.
Righto.
This bitch empty. Yeet! I'm okay with that, if I remember right. I'm okay with that.
It's also at advantage because of the last guiding bolt.
That's right.
I am still okay with that. I've rolled a lot of 2s tonight.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm comfortable with that because I know an 8 firebolt hit last session.
That is a hit.
Yes.
I didn't trust Jack not to make him stronger while we've been away.
He's been eating rocks. His AC goes up by 1. Spicy gabagool.
60 points of damage. Oof. This one shoots forward, and you blow off half of, basically inside of it. You go straight through the middle. You can see this black oozy blood is spurting out everywhere. And this creature, this body is almost crumbling in on itself, as you can actually just see through the inside of it now. You can almost see the black, misty, necrotic energy that maintains its form. It is functionless without the umbilical cord. It doesn't know what to do. It can't reform. It's barely standing.
And that's my turn.
Okay. It's baby's turn. Okay. So baby is going to
Eat my ass.
in its feral rage. I need Verity, Bellatrix, Korgrin, and Arrabella all to make Constitution DC 19 saving throws, please.
Can I invoke Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage?
Yes, you can.
No!
I've not made a single con save against this fucking thing.
Was Otti part of that? Sorry, I wasn't listening, and she was just moving down.
No, just
okay.
Verity,
Fine.
Bellatrix, Korgrin, and Arrabella.
Did it? Oh,
Alright, so
wait.
Verity,
Yeah.
you will be taking quarter damage. Yes.
I don't like the sounds of that.
Oh fuck! I need to do 2 20s for the 120 for that last spell I did.
Correct.
Good.
Okay. And then
How can you fucking
do
roll
I need
a
to roll for when I
d20?
pass through the?
No, you shouldn't need to, because it's my magic, I would assume.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nope.
Korgrin, Arrabella, and Bellatrix, you each take 66 points of necrotic damage. That is halved.
That's halved.
That's halved.
If we didn't have those potions, we would have died.
Verity, you take 33 points of necrotic damage.
66, you say, yeah?
Yes.
How can I manage?
Arrabella, can you make a Constitution saving throw for your Hunter's Mark, please?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need
sure.
to do the same.
DC fucking
Okay.
600.
Why can't I roll that one last time?
So, I don't know, that doesn't make it. You both fail.
I was gonna say, no, it's half the damage, isn't it? So it's a nat 20 that would need to succeed that.
Yeah.
Bye, Crusader's Mantle.
Fuck.
By me.
That's
As
what
it
you get for
finishes
kicking
this
it
wailing out, you, all of you, basically a black pulse spreads from it, enveloping Verity, Bellatrix, Korgrin, and Arrabella. Verity, you instinctively bring up just some kind of magical wave just to protect yourself. It seeps through, and it does take some of your life force. However,
Steve,
you're able to
protect me!
resist most of. You'll be able to resist yourself from just most of the effects. Bellatrix and Korgrin and Arrabella, you know that if you had not been drinking you hadn't drunk your potion, that would have been exceptionally dangerous for you, and you're barely able to hold on as your life is literally sucked out of your orifices,
That
your
did suck.
eyes, your mouths. You
Probably
just feel the
a
life
stupid
ending from you.
question.
Yep.
Necrotic isn't an element, is it?
No, it's not an element, unfortunately.
Okay. Like, I don't have the full details of absorb elements on my thing, and I'm like, could it be? Could it be? I doubt it, but it's worth asking, so I'll ask.
And as this finishes, the life energy is now aimless. It resides around him just a thin air until eventually it just evaporates. And Baby kind of just raises an arm longingly, like, kind of like a feeling of, why didn't you come to me? And all of its tendrils disappears into ash, and it falls down to the ground. It is still alive. The Wraith is going to make an attack against you, Korgrin.
Nope.
That's a miss.
Curb stomp.
Oh, fuck. I just realised something. Ah, never mind.
Alright, a lair action now. Rennas, Otti, and Verity, can you make a DC 13 Constitution saving throws, please?
I keep getting to one tick advantage, sorry. Ooh, not 20.
Fuck you, Rennas. Fuck you.
The darkness around your eyes briefly flashes away, giving you a kind of a blinding flash of just like necrotic energy. However, you're able to resist the effect of being blinded for now. Otti, it's your turn.
I want to skip over to next to Bella. Is it still up in the air?
No,
It's fallen down to the ground now.
I'm gonna hit it with hard.
Okay.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Go again.
Pleasure.
Didn't help. It was worth a try.
No.
Insert
Alright,
comment to
that's a
continue.
hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Trash.
Alright. Considering how this is going, Otti and Bellatrix, how do you guys want to finish this thing together?
Curb, stop it, bitch.
You cut out then? I didn't even hear what you said. All I heard was, oh my
Because Discord couldn't deal with the girlish scream of pleasure.
I
No, that
said,
was-
considering the
that was quite
situation at the
effective.
moment, Otti and Bellatrix, how do you guys want to finish this thing together? How do you want to kill it together?
How are we doing this, Bay? Let's kill
just
it.
smacking it with the sharp stuff. Like,
Just smacking it.
just hitting it really hard with the sharp end.
Right,
The head.
that will work.
Okay, we just go and stab him.
Alright,
you
so...
mean you don't want to go at it together? Like a couple piercing their first
Like the
Thanksgiving
cake. Like
turkey?
Either side of the head at the same time.
like cutting a wedding cake.
Yeah, exactly. Just off with the head. So slowly.
I now pronounce you barbarian and wife.
Barbarian and barbarian.
They raise the bride.
Bam,
So-
chicka, bow, wow.
So, Bellatrix, you raise the vorpal sword, and just before you bring it down, you feel a hand grab yours. You look to your right, you look to your left,
Fuck it up.
and it is Otti standing there. You both have a momentary look at each other, and the feeling of butterflies erupts inside your stomach again, as the world around you stops momentarily. You just stare into each other's eyes, that look of loving in their eyes. Until eventually you snap back into reality from baby going, and both of you in contort with a flash of determination and rage, and both of you swing the vorpal sword down, both together, and you part it cleanly down the middle, and baby just goes, and you just see the body just slowly collapse in on itself into black flame until eventually it burns away into ash.
Bye, baby.
And Bella's just like, that was the most romantic thing I've ever done.
I mean, that should concern you that that's the most romantic thing you've ever done.
No, I
Kill the
mean,
baby god.
for two barbarians, that's like top tier stuff.
Throbbing female erection right now.
I was going to say couple goals, but yeah, I'm just, no.
You feel
the
throbbing.
floor all
Couple
wet around
erection has beaten the shit out of couple goals.
Yeah. It's been destroyed, completely annihilated.
Disgusting.
Also,
There
you say you
is,
snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Went right into my head.
Nice.
There is effectively just a clump of bloodied, burnt meat left.
I mean,
But
sacred flame.
It is
fences.
not regenerating. Nothing about it is getting together. It is just death.
Gloop.
Now.
Is there anything there that we can take back to Gurn?
Make an investigation check.
I have a quiver full of arrows for him.
We're not going to kill
Oh.
him.
I'm assuming the race by Korgrin disappeared.
I hope so.
Yes, it did. Yes.
It's just there staring at me. It's just no longer aggressive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So Otti, you found a couple of things. Searching through the clump of the mess, you find a small amulet with a red gem shaped like a heart on the end of a ring chain, basically.
Parapet.
It
of
is
miles?
Is it the same? I thought it was an orange gem that was in the sword.
no, that was in the
It is.
sword. That was in
The
the sword.
sword's got an orange.
Are
This
they
one-
similar?
Yeah. This one is not not similar, to be honest. This one is it's shaped like a heart, but it has black streaks marked across it. It has 2 golden hands holding the gem at the base of it, at the end of this keychain. Yeah, and that is that one. There is also a small medallion with a very small golden skull on it with glowing red eyes.
A what ring?
The Irish thing with the hands on each side with the crown on.
Bless you.
What, cup the balls?
Oh my god. Cannot say anything around you.
It wasn't even me for a change.
Right.
That's what you find, Otti.
Is there any part of this thing that's still remaining? Although, if not, I'm going to take the vial that the necrotic resistant potion was in. I'm going to fill it up and cork it, and then give it to her every next time we Hun every next time we see him. Gurn next time we fucking.
I mean, I've got 12 potion bottles full of water if you want one, because that was my plan for the arena, wasn't it?
Just gonna make sure he has it.
Okay. All right. So you cork up. You can put in your inventory 1 vial of baby goo.
Mm-hmm.
I've put those other 2 things in the bag for now. Once we're out of this crap hole, then we can give it to Verity.
Hello, I'm Verity.
And it appears that you have got 1 periapt and 1 medallion.
I was going to say, could I religion check the medallion?
Yeah, go ahead.
Would advantage apply? If it is or isn't, like I don't know if doing the religious check is
your divine plate gives you advantage in all religion checks. So
okay, just wondering in case it wasn't relevant if the advantage doesn't apply. But fuck me.
There are many religions in the world that uses skulls as symbology. That's about the extent of knowledge of it.
Heart's not in it today. Anyway, I should have been at disadvantage because of the fucking exhaustion level.
Will I be able to be doing identify on these, or should we wait till we're at like a...
I was going to throw this vial at Gurn and then see if he knows a way out of this shithole. Yeah, you are next in line to have them, don't worry.
It doesn't say anything. So, what would the party like to do from here?
Sleep. I have 13 hit points left. I was on full. Thank fuck nothing else hit me.
I'm fine. I mean, I was fucking useless in the fight, but I'm fine.
I mean, how much time do we want to spend looking around his lair if there's anything of merit or value? Or are we happy to just up and out?
I mean, do we actually know where his proper lair is? Because there's nothing really around here.
This is his lair.
Your body here.
Is it where all the skulls are? The bodies are?
Yeah.
Because there was bodies right the other side as well.
Let's look around. We might as well.
I was like, I'll go
All
sleep
right.
here.
Well,
You guys look around.
if that's the case,
You have a rest.
pick a direction.
So north is the way back to the torches?
Yes, that's right.
I will head east. I'm assuming we're going to split up and search a different part, or are we staying together? Can we see the edge of the cavern from where we are?
No, it's still pretty big.
There's probably a lot of beasties in here as well, and I imagine more are going to come now if they find out that baby is gone.
It was empty.
Arrabella,
imagine
you
business
would
at the moment.
Arrabella, you would know that this lair baby was most likely the only thing in it. That you know from those creatures, but previously that the denizens of the Underdark feared baby. It may obviously take some time for them to realize that baby is dead, but you know, at least for a little while, this area is safe.
Half and half east, half west. Then meet up back at the hole in the wall.
Yep, head east and west to the wall, and then follow the wall
I was
south.
gonna say like head, yeah, and then go down.
I'm game for that. I shall head east.
Okay. So Rennas, you head east.
Are we taking a barbarian, an archer, and a smart person with us each side?
I wouldn't say I'm smart.
There's you and Verity. There's the two left there.
Fair,
I have
sure.
a plus 0 to my intelligence. I ain't smart. Yo.
Samesies. We wise, yo.
Is I'm actually smarter than
I'm not
Verity?
even wise.
Smarter than Korgrin as well, I think. I have
I'm
0.
definitely not
Yeah.
wise, but I've got a +1 to intelligence.
Okay, no. I got +2 to wisdom, but literally I'm just so charismatic you will think I'm intelligent. It's like, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm wise, so it comes off as intelligence, so...
Alright, so Rennas
I'm
is going
intelligent, but an
east.
idiot.
Who's going with Rennas?
If we're doing
I'll
an
go-
archery each way, I'll be going the other way.
Yeah, I'll go with Rennas.
I'll go with Arri.
I guess that means I'll be going with Aaron then. Hey-oh!
And Bella?
I'll go wherever Otti goes. I'm going.
So you're going east then.
But I'm doing it.
Okay.
Oh wait, then if you're
Talia-
going with Otti and Rennas, then I'll go with Arri and Korgrin.
Oh, you go with them. So I thought it was...
Is it just you two?
It's fine. Like, we'll be fine. He's got radiant damage.
Oh, sorry, I thought someone else was coming with us already.
I
was
thought so
like,
too. I will come with you guys then if it's just you two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry for breaking that below.
It's fine. She's capable.
Well, Tallinn will probably be going with Korgrin, Arrabella, and Bellatrix.
I changed my mind. Don't go.
You are just a bully. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm kidding.
I know. I don't want him on my dodgeball team. I'm joining the other team. So,
you got picked last in football.
Rennas, Otti, and Verity, you head off east. You walk
Oti's
for
having a
good-
problem with her vision. She can't see her. Apparently, she can see everything from my perspective on her account.
How
Wow.
odd.
Which, because I've just moved, she can no longer see her.
Ultra vision.
So, Rennas, Otti, and Verity, you head off east. You walk for a good 15-20 minutes until eventually you come to the end of the cavern itself and you begin investigating the immediate area. Can I get a group investigation check from you three, please?
Okay. This is when I let you guys down.
You don't see anything imagined of being any use. It's just odd-shaped rocks here and there. You know, you check for the bones. There's no coins, no items. You turn to leave when something shiny glints into your eyes. You turn towards the wall, and you realize that there's actually a large vein of platinum in the wall.
Can I
The
send
type-
a message in the direction of Korgrin being like, yo, do you have anything that can move stone?
This is the type of thing that can be mined, basically.
Yeah, we found some iron ore in Drogon to Mordor, and we marked that. So
We did, I remember. Yes, okay.
not that I'm there, but just a reminder.
Well, she sent you a message, so you can send that back to her.
True,
No, that makes sense.
true. Then I'll relay that back. Mark it.
And that's generally the only thing of value that you find to the east. Bellatrix, Arrabella, Korgrin, and Talion, you guys head west. You walk a little bit shorter time, about 15 minutes or so, until eventually you don't reach the end of the cavern, but you find a mouth in the cavern that narrows it into kind of like a suction hole in the whole cavern itself. And there is something down there, but it's hard to make it out what it is at this distance. An odd-shaped formation of rocks, something. It's hard to make out.
Perceive first to see if there's anything around us or in there.
Go ahead and make a perception.
2, 1, 2. Oh shit! What the fuck?
There is nothing around you. Nothing around you that is like looking at you, staring at you, coming to attack you.
Head in.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, as strange as this sounds, the idea that's creeping into my mind is this was Baby's altar. Like, if Baby was meant to be a god, did he have a shrine?
Perhaps. We'll see. Why we die.
As you walk in, the first thing you'll notice is the walls are wet. There's a goo-like substance smeared across it all. There's not much stalagmites and stalactites in the way. It's kind of like they've been cleared out of the immediate area, and this mouth in the cave is smooth. There is a fine ring of cleanliness that stretches from the center of these strange rock formations. About 20 feet radius from it, not a single bone, rock, or anything crosses that horizon. In fact, the bones on the ground around it look piled up as if they've been moved there. Like away and moved, selectively put there. As you survey the immediate area, you gaze upon this strange rock formation and you realize it's not rock at all. It's solidified wax. As you stare up at it, it kind of spirals inwards of itself, intermixing. And then at the very, very point where all of these rocks meet, you can see something. You can see a head of a woman with long black hair and a face that just would almost scream.
Scream what? Sorry? Can anyone hear Jack?
No.
He'd only just got out halfway through.
I lost him. Yeah, I lost him at Scream.
Yeah.
You lost it what, sorry?
Scream.
Face that screams.
Screams authoritative.
Okay.
As if it were alive. As it stands right now, it is transfixed in a state of utter, complete terror. The eyes widened and fixed there with stitches and amber. The mouth so wide open it's almost as if hands were reached inside and tore the jaw open. The ears have several black shards stuck into it,
God.
piercing them out a little bit. And there are two smaller spikes sticking out of the brain section, where they are almost hot. You can tell that they're hollow, for some of the culling has faded and some of it, and you just about see brain matter. Beneath the head, where the amber, the wax, intermixes, and you can just about see an opened torso with preserved organs. Further down, one of the arches of the wax is a limb, and then on the other side, in another one of the wax arches, is another limb. And everything about this screams to you that this individual was, in some strange way, cared for and loved. A mother.
Here it is.
There it is.
And that's where we'll end
There it
tonight's
is.
session, guys.
Oh!